question me.
Oh my god, I can't even pretend to care about this shit in high school. I fucking bailed this guy out of jail for not going for 37 years.
I'm like, listen, bro. This is what ridiculous. I went to the lawyer. I'm like, listen, bro. I said, listen, bro.
Oh shit. Not again.
What happened? What'd you lose?
Just right now.
What'd you lose?
You'd feel the tension right away. It's gotta be right here. You haven't moved. Sick, what is that? Sticks in his watch keeps coming out.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
My bad.
But, nice.
You got it?
Yeah, I was saying that to Ember when he was looking for it the other night. I'm like, Ember, this probably sounds weird, but turn off all the lights and just flash a flashlight. I'm like, because it's gold, it's gonna shine.
It's easier to find something like that,
stand out.
Even if it wasn't gold, you find something easier like that way.
Oh, but I just swept the floors that night too, so I was like, the flashlight will be better than turning all the kitchen lights on, because just look for a glare on the floor.
I can't fucking.
Yeah.
No, I'm just now I'm thinking back. Like, that shit, bro. I should have slapped that bitch. I honestly, I should have
slapped that.
No, because like, why?
You're dumb
why,
enough to go for you to even
later?
just spend your time going back to court.
Two straight days in Toronto.
Yeah, yo, that sucks. I'll tell you something. I only had to sit in full court and I did not like it.
I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you right now. So when the guys questioned me and shit, right? Because I was
like he's gonna make fun of
it.
Gonna throw that in my face one day. We're talking about jail. Just make you even like come on.
What? Who, me?
Just wait.
Who, me?
Not you.
Shut up, don't talk to me like that. I'll punch you right in the mouth.
Do it.
Yeah, you fucking
No, so I didn't did it. It was like, for that girl to do that 4 years later, number one. Number two, for me, I have to go waste 2 days in Toronto. And then number three, it took me halfway through this.
Almost ready.
2 days.
Waiting on everybody else.
2 days through the.
What's moved to Matt? Nicole says she'll come join when she's done going to the wash. I don't know. I wouldn't.
She's gotta poop.
If you're waiting on that, then I don't know. I have a feeling she will come if we start. Waiting for the gravel kick.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think she'll be more comfortable.
I want to just.
She'll come.
If what?
If we start, she'll come.
I think I'll be more comfortable if I just slap the shit out of you on YouTube. BOOM! Fucking bitch.
Well, I don't want my name or my face in that because I don't want to be an accessory.
Yeah, that one I definitely know first. Thanks.
But straight up, so I'm trying to finish. So when this guy was questioning me, okay, he was being rude to me and condescending, right? And then I realized I didn't get a good mark in that class. So I'm like, yo, do you have? I'm like,
I was just gonna say.
I said, do you have my mark right here, brother? Is everything going? I said, I'm like,
I thought you were napping.
I'm like, do you have my mark?
Did you fucking find the fucking treasure trunk?
Wait, did she set it up yet? Make sure she set it up.
Hey, stay.
Nicole, did you set up the treasure hunt?
No, Fisher wants a fucking speaker system. I was like, why don't you transfer it?
What speaker system?
He's trying to explain it to me. He's a little bit slow.
What's up, buddy?
Yo, tell all the guys that are all like tacky that we need to get Nicole's cell phone.
Do you have any juice up here?
You want to attack, so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cell
I don't really want to have him. I don't think.
We need to get Nicole's cell phone. Keep your eye out for a cheap cell phone.
I'd rather us just get a gun and do it ourselves.
I might have a cell phone. I think it's tomorrow, but I might have a cell phone for it.
Pardon?
Yeah,
I got 4 people talking to me
I
right
get a sick one. Bro, I just came to say,
You got a sick one?
Why?
I get a sick one for $50. Just a
Hold on.
You have $50?
I'm giving it.
What?
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 What do you guys say?
What? We're gonna be doing crypto trading, bro.
She said she set it up.
What?
Nicole set
You guys
up
have a cigarette?
a
What?
treasure hunt for you, and
Cigarette?
there's a surprise at the end. Yeah, right here.
Treasure hunt.
Do you hear
She
me?
set up a treasure
Nicole
hunt for
set
you, bro.
up a full treasure hunt just for you.
Just
For you, and there's like a surprise at the end.
Okay.
I'll say yes.
Oh, hot damn.
I'll say yes.
Fine. You all think she wants.
Well, it's for you, so it's not really what she wants to do. She did it for you. This is your surprise at the end. And it's a good surprise. I think Manny will really like it. fuck. Now
Oh,
you're
it's
obligated.
really
No,
sweet of her.
can't man.
No, can't say no. Pass me a cigarette, please, babe.
Yeah. Get wrong.
I think you need to go. I think it starts at the steps.
Is that where you
I
told her
think
to
she
start
did.
it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she started.
She
at
said
the
it's all
steps.
sticky notes.
So, so if you walk downstairs and walk back upstairs.
Yeah, like she set up a little rental
Because
that
she thought
leads
you
to
were,
a little.
she thought you were sleeping downstairs, so she was all slow.
Yeah, so she wanted to leave you like a cute surprise, and we told her to leave a treasure
Old
hunt.
new metal.
It's just.
Old new metal.
Old new
Fix it.
metal.
Where's Ember?
It was sleeping.
Where?
Baby in the basement somewhere.
Look how
There's a
cute
baby
trouble
here.
looks between the two of
Oh,
them.
man.
Yo, I think he needs to go out, so he's looking at
Brother
Matt
from
like
another
with puffy
Big
eyes.
Matt, please let me out.
Yeah, I
You're
think
not, he said
I
you're
have
not
a
gonna
feeling
black
Yeah,
guy.
you know,
Black guy
you're
take
gonna
me.
go
Yeah,
back
went
down.
outside.
Yeah, no, because he's looking at you with puppy dog eyes, because I think he knows you're gonna go back downstairs.
I haven't heard
He's
Mark
like,
yet.
I'm a stick with you.
He'll let me outside. Uncle Matt, I love you.
You want to walk loud in trouble? It's loud in his house.
Before I come say hi, I swear I heard a fake Drake up here.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
like, who's up there?
You can always tell fake Drake.
It's like
I have a ghost
Terrence.
friend. I have
Who
a,
the
I have
fuck's
a,
Terrence?
I have a ghost friend.
Terrence, they're
Terrence.
both parents.
Fuck,
Like, it sounds like fake Drake.
You
Yeah,
know,
also,
that's
I
exactly
wish
you-
Flamingo
I'm like,
started
alright,
doing
now I
that
know.
though with the Clarence and really didn't know
I'll tell
the
you one
Terrence
thing.
thing
There's
until
times
he
where I
dropped it.
forget my name's Terrence.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, there's honestly God, like right now I
Yo,
forget.
no. Me and Joel were really close for like 3
I could
years,
hear
and I
your
found
voice,
out
I
his
was like,
name
I
was
forget my
Terrence,
name's
and I
Terrence.
was
I knew it
so
was you,
mad
I was
at
like,
him that I didn't know his.
Or I thought you were
I
like,
mean, what do you mean?
they were
Someone
on
actually,
FaceTime or
someone
something.
else just really
No,
told
no,
me
I
your
was thinking about
your
it.
first name.
I literally forgot it was.
I thought we were close,
Oh, I
man.
forgot
I don't
that
tell- I
his
don't
name
tell.
was Terrence.
I don't. I kept that a secret for a
Should
very
I
long
go
time.
now, or is she like fucking doing it, or what's the weird shit?
No, it's
No,
already
she
done
like
for you.
set
It's
up
ready
these
for
little
you.
where she
sticky
is?
notes. They have,
It doesn't need her. It just needs you to
I
look
don't
at the.
know.
No,
you
Yeah.
gotta find it, then you.
it's a
then you-
treasure hunt.
It's so cute. She's so cute.
She did it all for you. She put together.
Oh
You don't?
fuck! I did
Oh,
it. I
thank
did
you.
it. Oh, I did it.
I'll,
Did
I'll,
that
I'll,
bad.
What?
While we go to the check out, I'll let him out.
Need to look on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure there's running.
I'll let him out.
Make sure they're running.
Oh, he's going with him. Hey, go with your Uncle Matt there, fucking
Oh, he'll
trouble.
go. Trust me. If he
No, I know he'll go. I'm gonna say
If
that.
he needs out, he'll go. He knows Matt will let him out.
Where's little Matt? She's an innocent
Of course
dummy.
she's innocent.
Yeah, she's fucking not.
Of course she's innocent. Like if there's only and nothing but innocence going into her. Come on.
She's around fully innocent.
No.
Where would she get anything but innocence? She's our daughter.
Okay,
Why
first
would-
of all,
why
I'm
would-
not trying to disrespect
I'm
your
so
parents' style.
proud of myself for saying it with a straight face almost. I was
And you're trying.
almost
Everyone's trying to
smiling
do British. You're trying to do British too.
Yo,
Man,
I
love
can't
it.
do it to you, man, because I know I'm shit.
No one can do it to me. Oh, I got the best.
Oh,
Yo, I can't believe nobody was really cluing into the. your
Why I
dad
didn't want to
thing.
go home.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But the thing is, like,
Yo, just like
there's
when
times where I
Jay
don't want to
said-
go home before
Just
that.
like that's what I mean.
But
Yo,
like,
but just
when we
like
started
when
doing
Jay
that
started
shit,
singing the fucking Clarence song, yo, because he started
What time?
whatever the Clarence.
8 Mile.
Yeah, okay, that's where
Parents,
it came.
parents have a real
Yo,
good marriage.
and I kind of forgot your name was Terrence. Yo, and he's saying it, and Jay singing the whole thing is Clarence. And I just look at him, I go, I'm howling.
But that's not my name.
And I'm like,
man.
yo, Jay, you don't even know. His name's actually Terrence, though. He's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, no, you're never.
He would have still
I'm
never
like,
called me
I'm
that.
like, I didn't believe it either, though. But man, for real, he's like, fuck off. Like, it was
I
the
pick and
best
choose
thing
who I tell
ever.
that to, but he would have never called me
Yo,
Terrence
you
anyways.
never told me that. It was someone dumb like Shay Lee trying to like piss me off.
That's
You
my-
don't even know his
that's-
name, and
that's
I was
my-
like, whoa, I didn't. I was so
Shay
mad.
Yeah, that was my. Yeah.
This is like grade 8 girlfriend.
No, it was my.
And
First
you're
of all, I
still
was.
mad about it,
I
and
w-
you remember it.
I
when
know.
you
I
lose
was
it.
in grade 11,
no.
first of all, and
And
she,
she's
I,
grade
I
eight,
lost.
you're a
No,
fucking
she was in
headphone.
grade.
Yeah.
She was, no, fuck you, man.
Oh, I would have been younger than that.
Whoa.
She was in grade 9. But like, yo,
And you would have been in grade 13. So the
I was
age
good.
difference was different.
AIDS difference?
no, I lost her virginity
She's
to her.
way older than you. I don't know why you're letting him make you
Well,
feel
when
awkward.
he fucks me, he asks for
Like-
consent. That's it.
She said if she's old enough to pay, she's old enough for me.
Nah, good times. Holy. I miss high school, man.
I don't.
Yo,
Oh my
I'm
god.
going
I
back
don't.
next week.
Oh,
I'm going to get a new
Yo,
girlfriend.
did I ever show you what Danny messaged me when my dad died? From fucking
made him
Darren
choke.
Ivy's
I made
Facebook.
him choke on this wee wee.
that's so funny, bro.
Going back next week?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I've had dreams that I was back in high school.
I have dreams every night in fucking high school, bitch.
No, but not that. I was back in high school just.
That's why you're always moaning. You're not in trouble. You're just moaning.
You're talking trouble. I think we got the ground there.
Busted.
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 Busted yourself.
Busted. Oh, they said busted. Oh, you said busted. Okay.
We'll get it. Hey, I need to go get this in now.
I fucking did you, big fuck.
Yeah, well, don't.
Okay, be careful what you talk about right now, because it
I know.
can be heard,
Oh,
but
okay,
not
yeah.
seen, dummy.
Oh, really? Talking about going back to hospital. Whoa. Okay, my name is.
It's a joke, bruv.
My name is Richard.
Go get my bong.
Clarence.
Go get my bong, Terrence. Terrence and Philip.
Oh, wait. No, that's short. I'm excited. We got this.
I'm excited about this too. I just had to restart the stream. It's been 9 minutes, so I want to start at 10 minutes.
Wait. No.
Put it on.
Put it on, Big L. Put it on.
You got 35 seconds.
Oh, I thought you were making something up right now.
I am.
Yes.
I am. We got, oh fuck,
We've
it's
been
10
trying-
minutes now. Fuck me. Fuck me. Alright, we're starting at 2:20. 2:20 seems like a good number.
Alright.
Because it'll be 11:20 in California.
We've been trying to do this for like
Oh!
so long. Even just like
you that noise?
You. Hey.
Oh!
just
Billy
streams
Bob!
in general. We've been
What?
trying to do for so long. And
What?
we're finally getting it.
What?
Just a stream in general. We've been trying to get ourselves to do.
Yeah,
for
I've been
so
trying to make everything but Chatterbait. Fucking my grandma on Chatterbait. Gross.
That's the
Sick of
thing.
doing it. No, it's
long.
not.
Who knows? Look it up.
Probably it's the thing.
I believe it. People
Yeah.
have some weird shit they do, but.
Yeah, especially fucking you go down south in the States.
Nah, but everybody you're feeling. You're keeping it in my family tree.
No
Kind of thing.
diss,
I mean,
no diss to anybody down south. I love you all, but you're awesome, Uncle Fuckers.
we're not related, so stay the fuck away from me. That's how I feel.
Oh shit.
What? What? Uncle Fucker. Oh yeah, without cover on that.
Yeah, I need black.
Black. Says the address.
This is I lost the whole bank account. I think.
I know she's about to.
Yeah, she going on stream
I
and
was
fucking
still
left
writing
her.
my-
She left her fucking bank info out. While she's on
I left
stream.
down a
Hackers.
notebook where I was writing down all my passwords
I would
to
have went to
sites.
the bank
I'm
the
such
next
a
morning and
fucking
switched my
idiot.
shit. That's what I would have.
Hey, fuck! How did I get hacked? You
It's
might.
It's like,
You're
why are you
hacking
switching?
my account. She says to me. I said no.
No, I didn't say you.
The teller says, why are you switching? You know what I mean? Listen, if I'm being honest with y'all, I have my shit visible while I was doing something visible. You know what I mean?
I was on Chatterbait jerking off while they were jerking my fucking bank account.
Yeah, I just.
Little did they know I have no money.
It doesn't matter. When you do get money though, like
She was getting money on Chatterbait.
Yeah, you're getting money, yeah.
They were donating money and
Okay,
taking
I
it
don't
back.
know.
it's a free.
It's only about a movie we're writing, so shut the fuck up.
I love when you hear it, and then all of a sudden, it's like when a guy knows he's about to go, and it's like,
It's
and
my
Did you tell Hyde that this is on right now?
No, but you should.
Yeah, can you at least send me a link that I can send him?
Go on. It just says beauty and blockchain, dummy.
What are we going on to? Twitch and what?
Twitch and YouTube.
And YouTube? Yeah, because Hyde will go tell everyone for you.
Get donut. Donut. Your wanker flavored donut.
Tell them I'm nutting on Twitch.
Your nut flavored donut. Yeah.
I'm about to nut on Twitch.
I'm nutting on your donut. That's what I'm doing.
Imagine you restream to Twitch, YouTube, and then just threw in Chatterbait for fun.
Just for fun.
Everybody's like, oh,
Sorry,
you're the worst Chatterbaiter ever.
But you still
Wait,
watched until the end, didn't you? That's it.
You still got the weirdos jerking off watching
yeah.
all four of us.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Talk about Sarah
three
McLachlan.
guys,
Five.
three guys and one girl, it'll probably fucking, people are weird.
People are weird. Oh, you got 4 of them right now
Oh,
in the room.
I'm weird. I'm weird as shit. Yo, hand to God, I'm fucking weird. But
I like being weird.
I didn't start this way.
Okay, if you're not weird, what are you?
Yeah.
Normal.
And normal,
I'm
normal,
not
normal,
fucking
normal is
normal.
weird. Normal doesn't exist.
Normal's not cool anymore.
Normal doesn't exist. Normal isn't.
Normal hasn't been cool
Normal.
since '94.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't cool because if you're normal, you didn't know what cool was.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking normal. Oh, I got rid
Oh,
of this
fucking
fucking
fuck,
British accent.
I'm a lot of things, but not
We're gonna
normal.
have some British people commenting on this, like,
Your accent shit.
My family's gonna come through. Is that you?
Be like, I'm Canadian, fuck off.
My family's gonna come through. Is that you? I'll say, what the fuck are you awake right
You
now?
wanker, get out of here.
Oh, I'm calling
Get
your dad.
off my screen.
Oh, I'm calling your dad. No.
I'm telling your dad on you.
That's what they'll say. If my family comes on and watches.
I'm telling your dad about you doing this accent on stream.
You know what the thing funny is? I do it to him sometimes. Like, and he thinks it's funny, but two
Just like, oh,
day
throw it
absence, and I come home and start talking.
Yeah,
like that,
no.
He'll know I'm fucked, and then I'm gonna get a. I'm gonna
No, I'm
He'll
fine.
know.
You will.
He's gonna
He
write.
already
he's gonna write
knows.
me.
Let's be
Like,
honest.
yeah, that's how he's gonna know. Just that.
No, you know what? I keep it
He
together,
already knows.
because I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
One word
That's-
answers. One word answers. So I
He
know.
already
Hungry?
knows.
No.
That's how
He
he
knows.
don't fucking give it away though,
Any
because
other
then I'll
time
be
he's
able
fucking
to shit
chatty
on
Cathy,
you.
and then one
This
time
is-
he comes
but
home
this
all
is
fucked
why-
up, he's like, oh, can't talk.
This is why I'm saying when my room got taken. Not taken, but my sister had to come in. So I don't have a room. So when I was fucked up before,
Your
I would
room
go
got
down.
taken.
I would go downstairs and just not
Bad
associate with
boy.
nobody. Now I gotta wait for that nigga to go to sleep. You know what I mean? Before I can go to sleep. So now I'm fucked. I have to communicate with him or stay out. You know what I mean? And I want to go. I don't want to stay out.
He's
So-
going home at 2 in the afternoon, he's fucked all night, and he's like, damn, I gotta stay up and watch basketball with everybody because I'm fucking hard.
Yeah, it's a hard knock life, man.
He's like, alright, Casper, I'll listen to your Bitcoin spiel.
But the thing is, I do like it. But sometimes it's like times you have to. You
I'll
have to go
hide
home.
in trouble
I need
then
a
when
shower.
Fred wakes up.
You know what I mean?
Fred wakes up and cuts the internet off. What the fuck? I'm in a tree!
Joel's fucking
Turn the
hiding in
heat
Trouble's
off.
bed.
Oh my god, you remember that?
I
Oh,
still have a
it turns
picture.
the
I
heat
still have
in
a
the-
picture.
all
hiding
the
in Trouble's
electricity
bed.
in the
Yeah,
shed.
the electricity and the heat in the shed.
That's the
Fuck is
worst.
dead of winter.
don't get
Oh,
me
that's
started on
the
the fucking
easiest
shed.
one.
Not if
Looks
you're
like
out
we're
there.
going home.
Not if you're out there. It's not the easiest
I know. I
one.
kind of
No.
enjoyed the
It's
shed.
not. It's no. Fuck that shit, bro.
He's got fucking dead
He
boy
was,
double
he was
lock on
usually
fucking
he was
fuse
usually
box.
pissing me off when he was out in the shed that long, so I didn't mind it when Fred did it that much.
No, it was horse shit.
Looks like it's
bro.
time to go, guys.
No.
So
I know.
shit. Having the best time of my life, and he just fuck party off.
What was the time we locked us in the fucking shed?
Yeah, I know.
Well, looks like we're staying.
I guess
Oh, for fuck's
I guess we're here.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you know.
Talk about something
Saves.
else, please.
For
What?
fuck,
Talk about something else.
fuck's sake.
for fuck's sake, you donut.
Fucking nothing.
You bloody went soft. You know this means like fuck off.
Set
Fuck
on
you.
the original high.
This, yeah. That means that basically equivalent to this. You go like this.
What is?
That I don't know what that means.
What? Do it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing.
not my mouth.
You want some nut butter?
You want some man jam?
You want some of my nut butter?
Oh, it's 2:24. We suck ass.
I don't do that ever.
Can we swear?
Yeah.
No, we
It's
can't
not-
talk about sucking ass.
It's fucking for mature adults only.
Okay.
Can't
No,
talk
I'm
about
just
sucking
double
I'm
ass.
not
Right?
trying to have a kid's fucking stream.
I know. I'm just double checking. Okay.
Yeah.
they wheel the TV.
We have,
in. Okay, so we're gonna watch.
we have someone on stream who has enough kids for all of us.
What you do with my skulls?
What?
My skulls.
Oh, I didn't touch the
No,
skull.
they're right there,
I
man.
see
Just move-
them. I see
Yo, but
them.
move the glass over because I moved them like that because it,
That's
books.
actually good.
Oh, I never touched your head my
No.
whole life.
I like the way it looks when you have it
Fussing.
normally, but the angle of the camera,
Yeah,
that
that's-
looks good.
That does look good. That does look good.
Just for the stream.
Just cute.
Right
Do it
out.
for the stream.
Right out.
Terrence rapped about your both parents.
Right.
My parents had a real toxic marriage.
Oh, slippage.
My
This
dad
kid
was
was
always
Dad's
in
a gangster?
My mama get from my dad at
What?
the bar.
How much time do you need? We go to get started.
I need time, stupid.
I'm asking. How much?
13 seconds and 5 minutes. Well, you just watch and tell me yourself.
Hello.
I just thought maybe we could give a toy to.
I love the Great Cup tickets, bro. $500 for like top corner.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
He's absolutely not.
No fucking way
Can I
in
get a
hell.
fucking talk?
No way in hell.
Like you said.
But that's $500. That's Tigers aren't even in it. If they make it during that week, they'll go up $200, no doubt. And people will pay. Fuck that, bro. Are you kidding me? I'll either watch from Canon or I'll fucking watch from home. Because Canon's open, you can see in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, the dog's barking.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Done it before. Do it again.
I'm not gonna pay that money. I don't give a fuck.
You know why they gotta pay that much money? Because they leave the lights on all night.
Yeah,
every
why?
day.
Yeah, why?
Stupid
It's
idiot.
fazoods, these fucking guys.
Fucking look at our fucking stadium.
Man,
You
we
want
paid
to show
so
it
much
off
money
from
for it.
fucking space?
Yeah.
Elon, look at our stadium.
Elon put an NFL team in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, not Joel, never mind. That's gonna confuse me.
But Trouble and Joel.
I ordered a call. You know,
Oh, yeah.
confused.
Oh, I'm confused too.
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
Something.
Tripod.
A cup. Upside down.
Upside down.
You all right?
Was Pat here?
Me?
What's going on? What'd you do, dog? What'd you do to the dog?
Me? Oh, Walter Palmer, man, he loves it.
What was it?
Oh, he found his
Oh,
treats.
she wanted a cigarette from you. She said these ones are for me.
Yeah, I was gonna bring him down to you. I forgot. Dude.
I
I'm
want
sorry.
a smoke.
I want to smoke too, man.
Want the presents? Trade you.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got the
what's
present.
Trade you?
You got a
I'll split
present.
it with him.
Yeah, can I trade you for one of those fancy things?
For what?
Fancy what?
This brush?
You got a brush as a
This
present?
brush.
No. I want one of those.
Knock the dust off you.
I want
fucking
drumstick.
watch.
You want some roast stick? Oh, I want one too.
I want drumstick.
I
Here,
don't get
need
one.
this one. There's more.
There's more. Oh, no,
tell.
shit.
I'll
Boy,
tell.
over me.
I'll
Yeah,
trade
there's
it.
4 in there. So
I'm just, yeah, I'm good right now though. I just brought it to show her that I got it.
Ah, yeah. So that how, you know, all the 5 hours shoot from.
It took me a while though, because she hit the first one in the. It's like, where Charlotte has her morning drink? But I'm like,
Where what? Where was it?
I don't know, it's on the wall. Where Charlotte has her where Charlotte has her morning drink, but there's.
Oh.
Go sit back. You're in front of the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked in the milk bags and then the tea box. And I forgot, I put tea in those black things, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't look there till after.
Angel. That's our daughter.
Uh-huh.
I said that's our daughter.
I thought you were about to fall.
You got to sit back if you're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
sit in here.
Right out.
Get going again.
What?
Getting warm already.
Take your clothes off.
Oh,
I know. We did all this yesterday.
All of a sudden it becomes a chatterbait.
I need to take my clothes off and go in the shower.
This is what you've been waiting for.
This is what you've been waiting
Went
for,
to hot tub
YouTube.
yesterday. I
Look at
think.
these titties.
I don't remember. Let's not talk about it.
I was, yo, shut up, eh?
In the hot
Me?
tub.
First off,
I've been
Me?
in the hot
no,
tub
she can
forever.
shut up, eh?
Oh, I thought.
I'm talking about chatterbait with Matt because he's taking his clothes off. Why don't you be quiet
No,
over
all
there?
of them. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, whoa.
Eh?
You're talking about Matt's titties.
Why don't you just mind your own business? You can stay, stay over there.
Pectorals.
We need one more person for the
That's what you
for
want
the
to call
stream.
it.
I've been working. Not working out, just
You're
working.
replaced.
I'm gonna sell my workout gear. Fuck it. I don't need it.
What?
I am
I
the
know.
workout
I
gear.
know. She's been an asshole on
Well,
this.
you have dumbbells?
All fucking
No,
day.
I got like a fucking universal gym and like
Oh, like one of those like
fucking
tension kind of
stupid
things?
fucking things. I don't need a lift.
One of those tension band things?
I walk in circles all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Turn
close
the
to
cameras off and
120.
you can miss the
I'm looking for fucking. I want.
I wanna get
I want dumbbells.
Don't worry, YouTube. After the stream,
I'm
I'm gonna
going-
go
I get my second
fucking my
dose
own
from the
chatterbait.
16.
I'm gonna
I
jerk
got
off
two
on
plastic
Chatterbait.
ones, but
I'm in.
Alright?
I get my second dose
When I'm
16,
done
and
talking
I'm
about
gonna
crypto, I'm
tomorrow.
going on Chatterbait and jerking off.
I'm gonna go start one of these.
We're gonna have
yeah, I know what you're talking
four of
about.
us guys jerk off together in the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me I don't make no money, fuck you, fuck you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man jam in the house.
Man jam.
Normal dumbbells, yeah.
Alright, one,
I know, I'm
one,
going.
2, 3, 4. On God, the next
Fucking
door.
move shit on my driveway.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm going to the
we'll
gym.
come check on you a little bit.
I know.
I got time for that.
So I get my second dose first.
I'm gonna go put some fucking furnaces in.
I'm taking this.
Fucking money.
What about me?
One day.
Yo, there's a bar over there.
Dang, I don't know if they all
Grab
hit
it.
them. They all hit them.
Grab it right there.
Yeah.
Grab what?
Well, once I
The-
get
with
once
the-
You
with
make
the-
it
yeah,
more
yeah,
specific.
Yes,
I get my second dose, I'm gonna
grab one for
Grab
him.
him on one.
Grab one for him. You know, call me.
I'm not crying.
Call
I'm not sobbing.
Sobbing.
You're
Sobbing.
sobbing, fucking.
Sobbing sack.
You're a nightmare.
Sobbing sack. Sobbing sack crybaby. I'm putting it on your lip. Okay, it's right there.
Rain on your old spray.
Yep, yep. You have, hey, listen. You have
Working,
fucking
working,
35
working.
seconds
Hurry,
before
hurry.
I turn the camera on, so do it right there.
Oh, broken.
What did you break? Please tell me it
Break
wasn't the
my balls
camera.
again.
We're good.
Now the camera's still up.
Love the fucking move, man.
What was it?
I don't see what's
Oh,
up.
I knew I had a couple.
Oh, I bet you it was a fucking thing in the shower.
No, some over there.
Hey, you
Fucking
know,
shit.
man,
It's
you-
it's probably back there. Something like that.
Fucking big bag of dicks.
It's
It's right there for you. Put it on
Come
the
on, man.
ground.
We got seconds.
I know, we're trying to go, man.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Cheers. Hey, man.
I lost
What are you
mine.
guys
Cheers,
doing?
mate.
Broadcast?
Cheers, man.
Oh, she has mine.
You want me to be in or out?
Cheers, man.
Hey, bro. You want me to go?
Whatever you want.
I was hitting the lows anyways for kind of left, no, everything's kind of walked out, but no, for real, he's all my good favorite skill set, so
Who's out there with you?
just me and myself and my wife. I and I,
Sounds like a party.
I know.
I and me. Fisher was messaging me. So it, some broads I don't fucking know. I was busy, Phil. Fucking being all Phil like. You know Philly when he drinks.
No, I don't. Really? Did you see my phone?
Fucking evil shit.
Oh, you didn't meet you.
I'm like, fuck, come see me then, fucking homo thing.
Hey, careful, we're on stream, bro. They can hear it, they can't
I'm
see
just kidding.
Please, no fucking racial or fucking hate talks.
Well, it's like the stream for me then.
On it?
Just hate the stream for me.
Respect. Respect, boys. Respect. We still on or we get kicked off? We get kicked off. No.
Campbell's gonna come see you.
Campbell is? Oh, I love Campbell. Oh, I think you did get kicked off. Awesome. I was telling him I'm not blowing him until Thursday.
I thought I had promoted Thursday.
Wednesday, you are.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, I get confused sometimes.
Yeah, so you missed your fucking stupid ass. Your little karate ass or whatever, something like that.
Pardon me?
I don't know, he said something funny.
What?
You know, Campbell.
I can't hear it. I'm saying what to him. What did you say?
He said something funny, he misses it.
Who?
Cam. Soup. Campbell's.
I love Campbell. Me and him are real tight, man.
Yeah, me too.
That's what he called me because he didn't understand when you said about a folder. He didn't
No.
really get it, and then he
No.
called me. And he was like
He was
almost
here,
in tears.
and
And
you
he's like,
left,
dude.
right?
He's like, dude. He's like, I didn't know like that. He's like, I'm really sorry. He's like, keep your head up, mate. He's like, I really love you, and I said, I love you too, Campbell. And I'm trying my best to keep my head up.
Yeah.
I said I got a lot of good, really good people around me. I'm lucky. I'm like, I might not have a whole fucking 10 fingers full, but I'll tell you that the 3 or 4 that I do have, they're fucking more solid than the 20 fucking that you might think. And I don't need none of them fucking ranks
Yeah,
days.
never fucking been fucking.
And
I haven't seen-
Campbell's one of those people
Yeah,
that
that's
he's a real solid cat.
Last time I saw him was he came to see me and like specifically.
Yeah, but how
we were-
big he is now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big boy, no, he's old man.
Like
He's
just
kind
a
of old man.
child.
No,
And
but-
you know what? I always fucking squeeze the shit out of him. I don't care how fucking tough he thinks he is. Because I know how tough he is. I'll fucking go to war with him, my back to back, and I'll squeeze the shit out of him. I don't give a fuck. He's skinny white boy.
I'm talking about else right there.
I like him. He's a good guy.
Hill,
And he looks out for him.
He's a good chap.
Fishy, some chick from St. Catherine's. little bitch from Shane
Did
Kill.
you call her fishy?
Fisher. I haven't talked to anybody else. So.
Well, my ex.
My back hurts already.
My bad.
What?
Are we ready?
Almost. I'm trying to enjoy.
Okay, fine.
Oh. My nipples are hard. Is this gonna be okay for the stream?
Yeah, that's allowed, I think.
That's allowed?
Terms
Maybe
and
not
conditions.
if you point it out.
Terms and conditions, see what they say.
I actually meant to do that before we started and didn't get around to it.
Well, I don't think hard nipples is
Oh, I think this shouldn't be on
You
stream.
never know.
Okay, I'm getting ready right now. I'm gonna go with that pee pee.
Yeah, I might get over here. I should be sleepy because I'm full.
See backwards.
Huh?
Cause you backwards.
Pass out. So.
I want to smoke.
That works.
I want bathroom smoke.
I'll probably get out of your
Yeah,
hair.
right.
Wait, you don't want to do it?
Alright.
Can you pass me a cigarette, please, sir?
I might get out of here. Put me in bed.
I tried to do
Put me
this.
in bed, you know how I roll. Fucking comfortable with it.
You are?
Just give me a smoke signal for me to come down and really put you to bed. I'll be right down.
What's that? You're gonna put me in bed?
Just forget.
There's a game.
I knew it was. How Matt thought he saw it was even funnier. He's no Matt, I don't even think he did that. You're like,
What?
are you sure?
Are you sure?
Nobody in this house is in a testy mood. Yo, how nice are the days where, like, you know, nobody shows up that isn't really welcome you
Camera.
Nicer days.
Knock on
Whoa,
wood.
what happened there?
Oh, shit.
You supposed to
Okay, hold on, just hold it till I get
It's
outside.
not so phone.
Yeah, just hold it till I get
Oh,
Fuck, can you guys...
yeah,
Sorry.
that's fine, it's
I'm
fine.
gonna go to it's a
I
whole
got
thing.
it, I got it, I know.
Like it's hot. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of you guys' hair for a
Split it
minute
in two.
anyways. I'm gonna take a shower and that's probably a good idea. Wash off the shitting. I don't remember.
Sit right, guys.
Oh, we just stole my drink. Look at what you want for that. Wait, what happened to my drink?
So you probably just put it up there because I
Okay,
just spilled
sorry,
something on the
sorry,
table.
Or it got spilled, who
Who's
knows?
to get out of the way?
No, was it? Which one's mine?
Matt, would you recommend the cup?
What?
Would you like extra cup? Is it
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
These?
this one. I'm good.
I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one's it? I got it.
Got it? You fancy it, man?
I think you did too with the lady
I
line.
don't know who knows it is. I know. So that's when
Okay. Alright. Just put it back. Put it right back. It's fine. It's fine. Just for now, don't let it be disrupted when he comes out here because that's way harder to recover from. Everything's fine.
Ice cream?
Your ice cream? Ice cream's right here. Ice cream's right here?
She's eating an ice cream.
Why is there an ice cream here?
Oh,
Okay, just everybody sit back down so we're ready when he comes out of the
Can I get
washroom,
a
please.
cigarette?
Yep. If you sit down, ready, steady.
Steady. Steady.
I'll give you one too
Okay.
if you both sit
No,
down.
I'm okay.
please.
I'm confused. I just need to stand and move for a second. As soon as he comes, I'll plant my let's say rectum. My rear end.
Keep the ice cream out too long, it's already like super melting.
Yeah, I know. I don't know whose this is. It should get put back there.
Hello, darling. How are you feeling?
It's getting there, it's getting there.
Okay, very good.
Nicole, you think you'll make it to the freezer to put this back in the freezer, this one?
I can
You can do that? Awesome. Thanks, babe.
She here? Thanks, babe.
Here's some ice cream. How long is this before break?
Thanks, babe.
How many minutes?
Go fast now, ice cubes. Big glass of ice cubes, go. Right back.
And then go over my.
Please, thank you. Oh, and there's like kind of like a
Tension.
yeah, and like for the record, that it's not even just him. So like
Oh no, I don't.
yeah, but like he yeah.
I'm trying to read the
Like that.
Trying to-
Anyways, yeah, no, but I don't want to get into that right now. Just
No, yeah, no, hey.
and I don't need those. If anybody picking up on that, if they continue, we'll. No, it's all good.
Sorry, read through them. No, my limits.
No, you're right.
No, my limits. Play with them.
How much longer is he gonna be? Because when you keep smoking and you go on, he is, and then it sounds stupid. Oh no. Okay. Giving everybody else anxiety now.
Sorry, bro.
Pardon?
It begins.
Is he these now? Ice cream. Is he even now? Or is he even hockey?
I don't know. She just asked for a free ice cream. It's probably for a lot of us.
So I'm gonna sit down. Is he in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oop.
Love it.
I'm like,
I think so. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's the same as he was waiting. Oh.
What?
This is how he was waiting. Okay, put the forward and.
let's turn this on. Come get me cute.
What's that?
Is it alright, eh?
That's better. Fuck me.
A caveman can be able to speak though, caveman when he wants to be.
You can. You can.
I love when he puts on my glasses. They look so smart. And he likes it when he's hot. When he was gone, like before the fucking guitar shit. Well, I was down there joking with them. I was like having a hard time turning the light on, and I like made a joke about like being a homeowner. He always says that. And got all offended when he wants me after. He goes, "I'm sorry, Sean. I don't like to be the butt of people's jokes, especially when I actually respect their level of intelligence. I don't with very many people." And I was like, honestly, man, that's the nicest thing you probably ever said to anyone. So cute. Like, so it actually hurts like the one feeling. And I'm like, Ricky, I won't do it anymore. Like, I can't have you lose it. You're gonna steal my fucking husband's one feeling. I can't have you guys sharing one. Gotta have at least one each. There he is.
What?
He said, there you are.
What? Got Jesus. Alright. Let's do a shot and turn the fucking stream on. Everybody's been waiting a long time for us. Nobody's been waiting. I'm just joking. Wah 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 wah. Toggle is off in the chats. Let the chats begin. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna switch it up because I'm a fucking pro streamer. Transitions. Cut, fade, fade it up.
Kid is ice cream.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
he swapped out.
No,
Oh,
I'm
no, he took.
No, but he did no, because he just messaged me. He's like, what can I do for Nicole back? He's so cute. He's like, what's she into? I don't really know. Just be on a sports team. No, that's not the only girl that you're gonna get that with. Kind of fuck. Sorry. What? Nicole? Yeah? Come grab it. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's perfect. I have it playing on my phone anyways, to be honest, for review. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, man, keep
I'm pretty
commenting
sure I'm
on
not
my
only
post.
viewer right now. Here, you might want a phone charger. Look at the message I just sent me. Look here, read that and then go to the stream. It's over on YouTube. It's so cute.
Alright, guys.
Cheers, yo.
Cheers.
Alright,
to
cheers.
stream.
Cheers to
to the
beauty in the
stream.
blockchain.
Cheers. We love you, Nicole. My
Love
favorite
you,
daughter
love
ever.
you.
You're coming soon.
My best daughter. Ooh.
Holy
Oh
hell.
boy.
Alright.
Oh jeez.
Holy fuck, Knuckles.
That'll put hair on my chest. No, it won't. I'm lying because I've been trying for 25 years.
Me too. My dad's got a hairy chest and I got nothing.
Nothing. You got hairy balls. I mean,
Sometimes.
I don't know nothing about that. Alright, guys. Alright. Alright.
Right, yeah.
Radio.
You called, eh?
So, guys, I guess, I'm supposed to put a marker or some shit in. I don't know what I'm doing. Fucking. Our first stream, our first episode, and the stream health is looking pretty mighty fine. It's a healthy stream, that's what it is.
Healthy bed.
It's a healthy stream. I hope it's working. I can't see if it's working. I don't give a fuck. It should be working.
Nicole,
Nicole, is our
can
stream
you
working?
see us?
Go to YouTube.
Search YouTube for Beauty and the Blockchain. Because we got one
I have it
beauty
open.
and we got a bunch of blockheads.
These need all the music watching.
Yeah, do you see our pretty faces? Do you see our pretty faces? Awesome, that's great. Fantastic. Give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I hear a lot of these YouTubers saying that.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and watch it again. And tell your friends about us. Tell your friends and your grams about us.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Say hello to your mother and Sarah McLaughlin for me.
That was
Alright.
one. That was a night too. Yeah. Say
That
hello
was
to your
one hell of a
mother.
noise.
Say hello to your mother for me.
Say hello to your mother for me. Alright, guys. We have all different educations of crypto in this room. Alright, we have the blockheads. I don't know who I'm pointing at.
Probably all of us.
We have minimal amount of crypto intelligence
Alright.
and one person who knows a lot.
I don't know anything about crypto. I'm just gonna wing it here, alright?
It's obviously not him.
It's obviously me. I know everything. I know everything. I'm like the almighty god of YouTube, everything. You can click on me for anything. I'll help you. You just ask me. Just type it right there. Just comment, subscribe, like, and thumbs up me. Or thumbs down me. I don't even care. You just do something. Don't watch it and not have a comment. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of my British accent now. I'm freaking Canadian, guys. Okay, so don't go and comment my accent shit because I don't even know what it is. Is it Australian or is it British? Is it
I only know it's not British when
all I know
Terrence
is I've
says it
been to
right.
Denmark before. How about that? And I lost
How
my
about
virginity
that?
in England, so maybe that's why I got this accent.
I
It
think
stuck
it's
with
true.
me.
She gave it to you.
She
Yeah.
gave it
He's
to me.
stuck with that story.
Like whatever makes me itchy. She gave that to me too.
Ah, shit.
Got to get that checked out, but I didn't
You
know
can
till
only
last
get it
week.
once.
Alright.
No, you can't. You can get it.
Alright, so what do you guys know about crypto?
That you're.
No, don't mean nothing, man. You're not funny. You're not funny. Nobody's gonna thumbs up your funny jokes.
It's a form of digital currency.
It's a form of digital currency. Alright, what's crypto?
It's very, very underrated.
Oh,
Nobody
Jesus,
nobody believes what
This
it
guy
can
becomes
actually
a
do for
sports
you.
announcer.
No one can believe what it actually do for you.
Here, I'm gonna sit over here so we can see this guy's beautiful mug. It's got a beautiful mug. Yo, I'll touch my bum again. It's gonna turn into chatterbait. Okay, I can't see myself now. I'm looking this way. Alright, bet. I don't give a shit. I'm fine. I'll look at the camera
Very
this way.
fine.
There we go. There we go. Alright.
Fine.
Need to get more drunk. Alright, alright. Well, what is crypto? What's the difference between cryptocurrency and blockchain? How about that? How about that's a good question? Does anybody know that one?
Not one clue, bro. I thought they were all
I
under
know
one thing.
blockchain technology is.
You gotta sit up because nobody can see your
Okay,
pretty
sorry.
face. You're the beauty and you're not even seeing you.
Blockchain is like a form of technology that's used within cryptocurrencies.
Blockchain is actually what the cryptocurrency sits on and operates on. It's what that carries everything and validates and keeps track and records, and that's what every cryptocurrency sits on. It has a blockchain.
Because the different cryptocurrencies have different blockchains.
Different blockchains,
right? Okay.
correct. Because Bitcoin has its own blockchain. So Bitcoin would be the cryptocurrency, and the blockchain that it runs on. So
Do they have names?
the blockchains don't have names necessarily. They run on the blockchain would be the main distribution of the crypto. So crypto is a generalized statement. So it's an umbrella that everything can be put as. So and the difference is that when you hear somebody say a token, what a token is like if a company goes and wants to start their own crypto, what they do is they usually share the blockchain. For instance, Ethereum. Ethereum has what is called smart contracts. So it's something that attaches itself to the different tokens or coins, and that makes it different than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin really is only a value crypto. So it doesn't have any utility. Like with Ethereum, they have smart contracts, so things can be put onto it. So if I need to, let's say, a reoccurring payment, or it wants to, like NFTs, for instance.
I was gonna
NFTs
ask.
are done within the smart contract. So you couldn't do an NFT on the Bitcoin blockchain.
What does
What's-
NFT stand for?
Non-fungible token.
Okay, and what's the difference between an NFT and a cryptocurrency?
Well, cryptocurrency is the monetized value. The crypto would be like what I was explaining. It would be a coin or a token. A coin is something of value. So like Bitcoin is something of value. Now there's other cryptos that have like a token which would be utilized to maybe hold on to something like an NFT, or it would be done to ownership in a percentage wise. So you have government tokens, which means that you have a certain amount of people that own the majority of it. So the top 10 people that own the majority of this token would actually have a say, and they can be done. You can make votes happen, or you can make things happen like airdrops. So if you're holding on to one token, you can get airdropped a whole bunch of other things.
How does one obtain tokens?
Okay, so there's all different ways to get a token, a coin, any type of crypto. Now, if you want to purchase a token, there's exchanges, and there's all different types of exchanges. Depends on what type of crypto you want to go to. So if you want to purchase Bitcoin, they've made it where it's really regulated. So you want to go to like Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, KuCoin, and these are all exchanges. And the exchange holds on to the crypto, and they sell you the crypto. Now, does anyone know what KYC is?
No, your customer.
Know your customer. Okay, and what would that? Why would an exchange have to have a KYC?
They want to verify that the person buying the cryptocurrency is who they say they are.
For sure. And
So it's like verification. Who,
yes,
yeah.
definitely. It's a way of identifying yourself so that the cryptos don't get used in the black market or in an illegal way, because you could very easily, and I'm sure this happened at the very beginning of the whole Bitcoin revolution, but so you can't launder money.
You have to be a certain age.
No, that if you can get ID to verify how old you are, then you can have crypto. You can buy a crypto.
But you'd have to have photo ID. So in Canada, at least, I think you get a picture on government ID when you're like 16.
Yes.
And that's just like hypothetically.
Well, right now with regulations,
I've never thought about that before, actually.
with regulations, it varies. So depending on which country the exchanges are in, depends on how much KYC they have to have. So Coinbase, for instance, is in the States. It's run by the SEC, and with Coinbase you have to have a valid passport, driver's license, and what they do is they make you take front and back picture, and they make you hold your ID or take a selfie with it. There's also exchanges out there that make you write the exchange date, and
I experienced that.
yeah. So what happens is that different countries have different regulations, and right now it's kind of like the Wild West. So what happens is that like there's some exchanges out there that really
Aren't as strict for
yeah,
sure.
don't partake
Like there's some
in the
exchanges
KYC.
that also, like hypothetically, if you were hacked and somebody had a picture of your ID and just like could submit the picture of your ID, or even got a hold of you holding your ID, because if you were to like buy cryptocurrency all the time, you probably have a picture saved of you holding your ID at this point to do your KYC.
Well, here's what
But
happens.
like
is
there's
that the
other
bank
exchanges
accounts-
that make you write, a specific like a date.
No, it's not like that anymore. Because
No?
what's happened is that the bank card that you use to purchase your cryptocurrency, you have to have that same ID. So, for instance, if I'm using my bank card,
That
I
account
couldn't
is
be-
linked to that that
they
identification.
they
Yeah.
want the same ID as that person's bank card
Yes.
that you use.
And if you're gonna change it, then you have to go through another process to change that stuff with another new. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't KYC myself and then use her bank card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, what is this security like? Does this happen often? People getting hacked?
Yeah, it's quite a
What
bit
is the
because there's a
security?
lot of money revolving around in crypto now. So there's a lot of, and I mean, it's pretty easy to get your credit card hacked, right? You can go Home Depot and use your card at Home Depot, and then you get a whole bunch of Amazon charges, or so
Or a random corner store too. It happens a lot.
your bank cards are very vulnerable. So it's become something of the same sort. So your information packets often get sold.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that the exchange you go with is very trusted, and you want to make sure do your research, and you want to make sure that if you're involving yourself in buying cryptocurrency, you want to do one purchase and then leave it. You don't want to be doing purchases every day, or if you do them every day, you want to kind of keep track and keep a very tight watch on it.
Don't make a bunch of like random.
That you won't remember.
And you can always set
Or
up
like a
your bank card
splurge of
so that if you
purchases.
go over a certain amount, right? So anything that goes over a certain amount has to be validated through your bank,
Yes.
right? So they'll make you,
It ensures that
for
it's you.
instance, like every time I buy crypto, anything over $50, I'll have to verify it with my bank.
Yes.
So my bank will do like a little login process and like validate
To
that
ensure that it's you.
I want to spend that money.
Yeah.
Protects you.
I've had a lot of fraudulent bank experiences in my life, but I will say with crypto, and I think because they know there's so much fraudulent activity happening with banks, especially online, they're kind of like beating everybody else to the punch that if anything, if you've never used a card with crypto before, everything will lock up on your behalf first, which can be annoying to deal with for the like next 24 hours. But on the other hand, it's protecting you in the long run.
You notice that the banks are really taking stance on it, where until they know that you're gonna be using it for crypto.
But even then, they'll probably still have some safety valves and some sort of.
Yeah, but until they
security
know
in
how to
place.
feel out how to put
But-
security
but I
in
mean,
place,
if
they're
it's your
being
first
more
time-
precautious.
If it's your first time purchasing crypto, you can almost guarantee that you're gonna have to have
Lengthy
some type of
process.
involvement with your bank, and you know, whether it be talking to them, they're gonna want to verify that you are actually purchasing
Yes.
crypto. Because I mean, it's a very easy
Yeah.
thing. I mean, if you have somebody's bank card, it's pretty easy to get in and buy crypto. Now there are certain exchanges. I'm not going to mention them, but because I really don't agree with it. I think the KYC is something that protects not only the customers, but it also protects the exchanges and the
General
companies.
The credibility
Yeah.
of that exchange.
Because I mean the exchanges are giving you and what they do is you're not actually buying when you buy crypto from an exchange, you're not buying the crypto. Like you don't actually own the Bitcoin. You're buying somewhat of an IOU.
Yeah.
Because the crypto actually stays on the exchange. Okay, there's a difference between the types of wallets that you own. So when you buy crypto with an exchange, you're buying it on their wallet. So when you KYC, you're owning a wallet on that exchange.
You get share.
And what the wallet is called it's called a hot wallet, because there's different types of wallets. And a hot wallet means that it's online. So whether it be the exchanges holding onto it, or you're holding onto it via software, or a different type of script that's online, but a hot wallet is always on the digital computer. Now they have USB sticks that's called a cold wallet, and you actually have it off of it's offline, and you can go and
Portable.
travel with it, and nobody can touch that.
Portable.
Yeah.
So hot wallet is active, cold wallet is not.
Mm-hmm.
So if-
Well,
Here's
the
a
cold
question.
wallet is always active,
Until you-
but it's not touching online.
Here's
So
the
it's not
question.
it's
Here's
more
the
question.
secure. Like
Yes, definitely. Like if you're gonna
you choose what you plug it into.
if you're gonna put in an investment, and let's say you're gonna put $100,000 into crypto, or take your RSPs out, you're gonna want that cold wallet, because you're not gonna want it. Like exchanges get hacked all the time. I mean the top exchanges get hacked all the time, and they get hacked for 14 million,
Because
24
there's people
million.
sitting there all day trying to do
So
that, right?
when they get hacked, I mean, there's really no assurance that your money being on an exchange, it's not safe.
It's
I
not
mean,
yours.
it's not unsafe, but if they get hacked and you lose your money, you lose your money.
So how do you combat that then? How do you
right now there's really
there's not a way? They haven't figured it out?
I mean, you
So-
choose your exchanges
wisely.
Research,
if it-
yeah,
right?
So if
Because
you're-
an exchange like Coinbase, I mean, they will back them their exchange, but you're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay higher fees. You're gonna pay a stricter access, stricter enforcements. With Coinbase is like they make you pay your taxes, right? Like they're doing your taxes for you.
Yeah.
Because they're an American-based company. Gemini, same thing. The Winklevoss twins, right? They own it, and they're the ones that on the Facebook movie that the twins that
Social
own
Network?
it. The Social Network movie is they're the same ones from that, but they own a Gemini exchange, which is one of the top exchanges, and it's probably one of the more safer ones, but it's harder to KYC. It's harder to hack. And if they get hacked, they have more insurance and liability coverage.
I have a serious question. If you could look when you started this, if right now you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice, like right now, what you know now, if you can give yourself one piece of advice, just starting out, all that, what would you say?
Invest more.
Why is that?
Because, I mean, have you guys looked at how the dollar and fiat currency as a whole is doing? And the inflation rate and the cost of things, and like, I mean, the stimulus that we were having this conversation earlier, the stimulus package serves. I mean, the dollar value, even comparison to other countries. I mean, we're really not doing good with our fiat currency, and the government's trying to get a handle on things. And I mean, the government's involving themselves more in the crypto and digital currency on the whole.
Okay, so I feel like when cryptocurrency really, I mean, people were talking about Bitcoin a bit before this, but COVID took off and Bitcoin kind of really took a bit more attention to the general public, I want to say, and started to get recognized and pick up then. Okay, and like there's still,
We call it retail investors.
Yeah, like 95% of the population, I'd say, is still very doubtful, but at least more people are talking about it, recognizing it, whatever.
The 95%. Hold on. I want to say something. First and foremost, it's not 95%.
I'm talking about the beginning of COVID.
We have Burger King now involved, PayPal,
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Okay,
I mean, it's 95% accepted.
so COVID kept us all really locked up in the need for digital currency, just in general. Online banking, even if you want to just leave it at that, like before cryptocurrency, was so much more necessary.
Is this a question?
No, it's going to be in a second if you could be patient.
Mm-hmm.
How would you make comparison, like if you were to say cryptocurrency is now going to take over like dollar currency in each individual country, like how would you make comparisons between like is a Bitcoin is a dollar and
The monetary
or like
value
is
of
an
all.
exchange
That's an
like a
excellent question.
financial
That's a really good question. Really good
institution?
question.
Okay.
Because I think
Listen,
it helped the general public
We're going-
understand
we're going-
it a
we're
little
going
more.
too in-depth talking because here's
Listen.
what it is.
It's a good
Is
question.
that it's not a value against anything. A Bitcoin is always going to be worth a Bitcoin. It's not going to change. That's why it's going to become more of a valid commodity in the world as a whole, because now you have countries like Brazil and Rio de Janeiro. This is their currency now. They don't have a currency. They've accepted a Bitcoin as their currency
Yeah.
as a country. So they don't have their own
So there's
fiat
no exchange
currency.
value where it's like you go to this country and then
Oh,
you exchange your dollar.
It is, but they changed out their fiat currency. So like
Hypothetically,
it would be
if
like
everyone ran on
it would be
Bitcoin.
like the Canadian dollar. Instead of having the Canadian dollar, we just had Bitcoin.
Oh, so it takes over.
They've
It
taken
Well,
it
because that's
over.
why I say
becomes the main
COVID.
source of
Yes,
what
and
you
it
use to
becomes
pay for
how
things.
how people's paychecks are done.
Yes, okay.
How you
yeah.
pay your government bills.
Yeah.
And,
How
and,
athletes are paid, all that stuff. Yeah.
and what's happening now is that they're realizing that some countries don't recognize other countries' dollar value. For instance, China doesn't recognize the U.S. dollar at all. So because of that, it's like, well, how do you become how do you rate how much a dollar is worth
When you
when
travel,
you don't accept it? When you're not the U.S. dollar is not accepted at all. So what's going to become of this is that it's going to be a worldwide national currency, and the digital currency is going to take over every dollar.
so no more euros, no more nothing like that. It's gonna be all
Well,
crypto. That's what,
Yeah, well,
COVID
here's what it's
inhibiting-
gonna be. Here's what it's gonna be. Each individual country is probably, and I mean, this is not something that's actually happened.
How can that be?
But
Exchange rate in different
Oh,
countries.
can I guess?
Well, 'cause-
So they're
Well,
gonna
that's-
have their
that's
It
what
would be a
it's called.
global
It's called.
currency.
It's called art.
All at one
Uncensored,
rate?
Well,
uncensored.
well, here's what it is.
They'll have
You're
their
never
own-
gonna have every
uncensored
country.
values.
You're gonna talk over me. I swear to God, I'm
I
gonna
won't.
jump you out the window. Jeez. What's gonna happen is each country is gonna have its own individual currency.
I understood.
So the same
So-
way we have it now,
So-
but with crypto.
And not
That's
crypto.
in a way.
And not crypto. It doesn't have to be crypto. I mean, they can run it on their own type of blockchain,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like the blockchain is only a way of developing the digital currency.
And the
They could
foundation.
develop their own backbone, which would be a different type of blockchain, so to speak.
Just the foundation.
So-
and that's,
So I mean, Bitcoin was invented, and they invented the blockchain to run Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Do you understand? Because Bitcoin has to be validated by, I think it's 20
So what does
different.
the blockchain do?
The blockchain allows the crypto to be validated, to be stored, to be logged, to move around. It's the thing. It's the ledger.
It's called a chain because it's verified like through several different people. Is that? Am I right
No,
by that?
it's
It's like
called
a
a chain
secretary-
because
it
it
is like a secretary.
continues. It's continuous.
Okay.
So until you're okay. Let's say there's a transaction we make. It has to be validated by 20 different validators, by miners. They're called miners. So on every blockchain, it has a different style of mining. Ethereum's different than Bitcoin, and Litecoin's different than Ethereum. XRP. The 5 top ones would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin. What would be the another one? XLM, Algo, Solana. There's all different types of blockchains that or cryptos that run on these blockchains. Now some have more integration, have more tokens and coins on them than others. Like Bitcoin doesn't really have another one that runs on the Bitcoin blockchain.
Okay.
They don't share it. but you have ones like Ethereum. Ethereum has hundreds of thousands. Binance Smart Network or smart contracts. They're or smart coins, BSC, and what they've done is they've taken Ethereum and they've figured out a way to run it without having the high gas prices. Because to move around any type of crypto, because you have miners that have to validate it, these miners have to be paid.
You have to explain gas prices though.
Yeah, do you mean liquid petroleum? Do you mean
Yeah, what is a
gas
gas
You have to
price?
explain gas prices.
Well, that's what I'm explaining
Yeah.
that because the miners have to validate it, the miners want to get paid, right? Because if you're gonna put something, if you're gonna put the effort forward to validate something and to put that work in,
you need to get paid for your work.
you're obviously doing you're doing what's that called?
We still have a drink.
Commission.
No, you're doing
due diligence.
no,
you're doing your
you're doing work for somebody. You know what I mean? You're doing a
Service.
service. You're doing a
Yeah,
service.
yeah.
Thank you. It's late. Anyways, when you're doing a service, you want to be paid for it, correct? So
Yeah.
so that's where the fees become, and that's where it's called the gas fee. But what you're doing is you're paying each individual miner to validate your transaction.
So Bitcoin miner is equivalent to, what does the miner
Okay,
do?
the
What's
miner
title?
validates
What's
they
it called a miner?
because the quicker you
Brand
are,
new to this.
okay, you can't
I
can't
know.
just be a miner. You have to have a certain setup. You have to go by a certain regimen. It's regulated by the blockchain, so there's rules to it. And to become a successful miner, think about it like this: it's like whoever's the quickest to get the contract validated gets paid. Otherwise, you don't get paid.
So it's like
So if
What
you have
if
a
I
slow,
wanted
it's like
to be a
commission
miner.
essentially.
you'd have to. There's a whole regiment that you have to fulfill.
What would like? But
Specifications of your computer, specifications on your speed of the internet. Length.
Resume.
You have to have. You also have to KYC. You have to have. You have. Your interactions with the blockchain.
The word is credentials.
So
Credentials.
you can't just be like, hey, I want to be a miner, and then you just go. You have to have a lengthy history of moving around in that blockchain.
Understanding what you're doing.
So your wallet, it must have a date from when you started moving stuff around,
Yeah.
when you started doing transactions, even, and the history, it has to be a certain length.
Both
It'll,
hot and
it'll
cold.
show your activity and
Both
everything.
hot and cold wallets?
Yes, yes, yeah. No
It'll
matter
show
what.
all your activity too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and the thing that why I say that the government, if they go with digital currency, they're gonna create something different, is because all these are based on public record and it being public. So nothing is hidden. Blockchain was made.
I
The
feel
blockchain
like- for
Bitcoin was made to be
Sure.
a public ledger. Now it doesn't affiliate you in any way, shape, or form. Until they started doing the KYC, Bitcoin was kind of anonymous
Yeah.
because there was no tag to your name to your wallet address. Now with being KYC'd, you have to validate who you are, so you're kind of being linked to your wallet.
But I mean,
Right.
which is a good thing, I think, right? Because if
Well, not always, because what happens is that let's say we do a transaction, then you do a transaction with all these other people. Well, I now know because of being a public record and a public
you see
ledger.
the whole tree of everything.
I see the whole tree,
The
so
whole-
I know it's her.
see the whole chart. Yeah.
And now I watch her deal with a whole bunch of
Yeah.
and what she does.
And you
where
can
her
gain
at
an
the same
advantage now.
time, at
Well,
the same time, I
yeah.
know part of like that blockchain technology, and this is something that interested me about cryptocurrency at the very beginning, was that it was a way for there to be a global currency that was uncensored by any government, because all kinds of different governments and different countries have their own rules, regulations, and stipulations on how finance works and how currency works in that country, and use and abuse that power in different ways, and like can affect the way the value of their dollar is. And I think something that interested me about cryptocurrency was that it was a way to kind of eliminate the individual government's like power over currency and make it uncensored.
It was a way to move around without anybody knowing how much money you had, because you could move around the money anonymously. But now with KYC, you can't really do that, right?
But I also saw it as like, what makes a Canadian dollar worth more than a US dollar? And at least if everybody was working with Bitcoin.
Do you know what that is? What the answer to that
No,
is?
I'm not. I'm asking all of these questions.
Okay, well, ask one at a time first.
Okay.
That never happened.
And you're beautiful, but you're overwhelming me with questions. So what happens is that the dollars are just, like, realistically, the U.S. dollar is not backed by gold, where it used to be. It used to be compared with gold. So how much reserve they had in gold was based on how much the dollar value had. That's not that's not relevant anymore.
I have no financial knowledge. I'm just a
so
beauty,
there's only
hopefully.
realistically there's a securities and financial department within the United States government that regulates how much the dollar value is worth, basically. And they also compare. That's why a place like China doesn't acknowledge the United States dollar. It doesn't acknowledge actually a few dollars. They don't acknowledge ours. Like
So-
you can't go over there. You can't go over there and exchange money.
If the value of a Chinese
Yeah.
physical
Is it
dollar,
Zen?
yen,
Zen,
yen,
yeah.
changes, does it change on Bitcoin immediately as well? The value.
See, it's called arbitrage. And what happens is that
That's a word.
arbitrage is the difference between values. So you can do this within the exchange. You can do this within the dollars. Okay, let's say
Do Bitcoin and
the
Ethereum do that?
Okay, let's say Bitcoin is worth $65,000 on exchange A.
A single
A single
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Okay.
It's worth $65,000 on exchange A. And let's say exchange B has Bitcoin worth $60,000. We're talking United States dollars. Now, the arbitrage is the difference between the two. So I buy from here and I sell here. So I buy for 60,000 and I sell for 65,000. There's the arbitrage. And yeah, that exists with everything. It's a part of business. It's
So
a
what
part
it
of
means
the
is basically the
schematics of
difference.
business entirely. Because if you buy from warehouse A, you can buy a large amount of a product and you pay 65 cents for it.
So that's how the
And you can
competition
sell
that exists
To
between exchanges.
warehouse B.
Correct? Would be.
No, the exchanges don't really, because they do their own rating system. There's a whole algorithm that most do, and they base it off certain DEXs, which is decentralized exchanges, or SEX, which is called a centralized exchange.
So anybody can visit this arbitrage, if you will, at any time?
Anybody can do arbitrage. Arbitrage is a thing that you do.
Okay.
At
Now-
least it's fair game for everyone. I
Yeah,
guess.
but here's
Is
what
that
happens.
almost a profit in every kind of
And
business?
It's
Yeah.
it's
Essentially.
profitable. It's profitable, but
In
also
any
it
potential
becomes a
business.
risk, right? Because here's what happens. Now, when you
Or an
buy a certain amount
Yes.
of Bitcoin or anything,
Or
if
of
you buy
anything, yeah.
anything, the commodity changes, the scarcity value changes. I mean, Bitcoin is a very volatile thing,
Mm.
right? So let's say you buy it from here and you're expecting to sell it over here for
Yeah.
5,000 more. Well, what happens when it drops on this exchange 5,000 under the value that you bought it for? There becomes the risk versus
Conundrum.
reward.
It is like a-
So it's something that can be done, and it's done all the time. I mean, there's scripts out there right now that the bot looks for the little arbitrage, and there's
What's a script? What's a bot?
okay. What a bot is something. They're both the same thing.
Not
A
like-
script is just a coded piece of software or a code that will do what you want it to do. So it's like it's a computer.
I don't do computers at all.
Okay, well then you shouldn't be talking about this, really. You don't know what a bot. You're not gonna ever know.
But that's
what a
why your
bot
computer
is.
asks you and verify this. You'll click this, all those stoplights in one thing. You click it so that
The
there's
way
a,
your
bot
browser
won't know
works
that.
is done through scripting.
I-
The way you look at the internet, everything's done in code.
Coding.
Yeah.
It's
It's
coding.
scripting.
Like the Matrix, sort of.
Yeah. Well, sort of.
Sorry.
The Matrix, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
example?
kind of, sort of.
yeah.
All
But I
close.
mean, if you don't know or want to know anything about computers at all, you probably shouldn't be talking about Bitcoin right now.
But it's like how you make a website. You have certain things on
Yeah, I
that
know
website, the
scripting
colors
and
and all that
coding,
stuff have
just-
different codes to it, right?
And there's different languages of
Yes.
of coding. I mean, there's different. I mean, it's like Apple has its own code
Mm.
over IBM
Yeah.
and Microsoft, and What a
it's
bot is a
I
bot
can
is
add it
something
to
that's
the
made to
browser.
do something automated. So you're doing it automatically. So
Yeah.
it's going through something and it's doing it automatically.
But no human control. It's just it's going through it. It's just
Well,
doing
you
it.
control it. You depending on how you manipulate the code
Yeah.
of the bot.
It's an edit
So the
that you're
script-
making on your
the-
script.
Oh, I thought you didn't know anything.
No, I'm not. It's what I'm gathering.
Yeah,
Screw you.
So here's what happens: is that there's
Trying to
bots
be
out there.
relatable.
We're going left field. But there's bots that are coded to look out for that arbitrage opportunity and to do them.
Until they'll
Now
attack
what-
those attack it.
It doesn't
Well,
attack.
not attack, but like
It attack. It monetizes the opportunity
okay,
to do something.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yep,
Because it doesn't always work. These aren't 100% because
Mhm.
everything, the market itself, even the stock market is volatile or it changes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something can happen. News can come out for something, and it changes its value
It's unpredictable,
within seconds. So what happens is that it's always a risk. But what's happening now is there's something called flash loans, and what a flash loan is, it's you can borrow money, but within the same contract on the blockchain that you do, you have to pay it back. So the same contract, you have to borrow it, and you can do whatever you want with it, but you have to pay it back.
Return that, yeah.
You have to
and
return
you told me
that.
about that before. I know that. Yeah, yeah.
And you have to pay it back with an interest, and you have to pay the gas fee. Whether it works or not, you have to pay it. Now what you can do is with the flash loans now, is what they're doing is they're taking the liquidity from certain exchanges and certain different cryptocurrencies,
Mm-hmm.
and they're allowing you to borrow however much money you want to borrow. You could borrow with no upfront deposits.
Yes.
Is this based on credit? Personal
There's
credit?
no credit. There's no
Okay.
credit. But what you are is you're guaranteeing that you're gonna pay the gas fee. So when you go and do that, the transaction, no matter what, if you borrow it, you have to pay it back. You have to pay the gas
Within
fee
that same.
within the same contract.
Yes.
Now
5,000 or 500,000?
5 million with no credit. But what happens is this: is that whether that contract goes through or not, you're still paying that gas fee. You have to pay for the gas fee up front.
And the penalty is?
No penalty, it just doesn't work. The money goes right back.
Well, there's
It
also, there's also that
the
chance
contract
that you
never
can make a
goes
lot of
through.
money.
So you're not never actually holding on to that money. You're putting it in the contract, and whether it goes through or not doesn't matter. You're still held on to the. You're paying the gas fee, so to
Understood.
speak. So and
And that's a flash loan, sorry.
it's called the flash
So,
loan.
but it gives
Yeah.
you a chance to make a lot of money. Right?
Yeah,
That's it.
because if you take arbitrage opportunities, if there's liquidity opportunities,
Mhm.
you can go on an exchange and like so let's say somebody's money's stuck somewhere because they can't pay a gas fee. Well, you can go and finish that contract off. If you finish it and
Claim
you
that
pay
money.
the gas fee, you can claim that money.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's there. Yeah.
Would you call a flash loan gambling then?
No.
So fundamentally,
I
it's
feel
a,
like this
it's a
whole thing
risk.
is
You
gambling.
just have to
You're taking a risk.
anticipate it and
That
accept it.
some people,
It's a
some
risk.
people do, some people
it
don't.
is
though,
it
feel
is a
like
risk
it's
because
gambling.
what happens is that you have miners that have to validate these contracts, right? So now you have what is it's called MEC, and it's miner extracted or MEV, sorry, miner extracted value. And what happens is that these miners go and they're trying to get as much as they can because they're miners.
Mhm.
They don't want like what happens is that if they're competing against each other,
Yeah.
and then when they see opportunities like this, I mean it's not morally correct, but it's not illegal because it's still the Wild West out there with the cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what the miners will do is they'll see an opportunity that let's say I see a flash loan that I about 5 million. I see an arbitrage opportunity, so I put that 5 million, and then it comes back, and within the same contract, so that when they're validating this contract, they're seeing how much you're supposed to be making. So if they're validating that, they can just hold you up. They do that same contract, and they actually take the money.
Do you seek out these miners? Are they assigned to you? How does that work?
You become a miner. You have to have a node, and like I said, there's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of things like that requirements that you have to meet to become a miner. You know, you have to have a certain speed, and I mean these guys like the computers, and most of them are done through your GPU, which is your graphics card. So I mean you have to have sometimes hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars invested within your systems.
Some credentials.
You're talking
That's-
servers. You're talking servers of boxes that are just GPUs. They're not like computers like how you would have a desktop. They're a rack with 14 graphics cards in them that are just running and they're just validating. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just waiting and they're watching the blockchain. And when something comes up, they're trying to snipe that contract. Now, if somebody's smart enough, they can run a mining system. And when a big opportunity with the arbitrage comes in, they'll front run. And front running means whoever's going to pay you the most gas as a miner, that's who you're going to do. That's what contract you're going to validate.
Yeah.
So you're looking for the most valuable, and that's where gas prices come out absurd, is because he wants to get this token. I want to get this token. You want to get this token. Now, all three of us put in. If I put my gas price up twice as much as these two, the miner's always going to come to me.
Like a bidding war.
So I'm going to get it first.
They want.
So what happens is
most
that
money.
if there's 100,000 people all trying to get in on something, I go in front of him, she goes in front of me, he goes in front of her, he goes, and the gas just goes.
High spinner, high spinner.
Yeah.
Right?
Whoever's in first.
So the more activity there is, the higher the value. Now Ethereum is going crazy, and right now they're burning. So every time they use gas, they're burning the cryptocurrency itself. They're taking the Ethereum out of the lineup. So there's only the scarcity value is going up immensely, quick. So not only the value of it, but the gas prices are going up quicker because it's like it's disappearing. It's becoming more valuable.
They're designed to be competitive.
Yeah. So they're designed to make it so that the miners are making more money. They're more enticed to do the mining. Cheers.
Sorry to interrupt.
Cheers, guys. Hope you guys are learning.
Absolutely.
I thought I just had to provide the beauty out of it.
Oh, whatever, fucking Chatty Cathy. You're definitely not just a beauty. I think you know fucking more than you're letting off, but yeah, you just keep trying to be that pretty blonde. Alright, we see you. Okay,
She's raising
There's
some
no
big
dumb
what?
questions.
Okay, what? No, there's just dumb answers. Okay, what would your guys'
You're
prediction?
you're answering
You're the one
questions.
giving the answers, brother.
No, that.
Awesome.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, anyways, yuck.
Yeah.
I'll kiss the teacher.
It's pizza 13, man.
Okay, do you guys know what else besides payments that crypto can do? Cryptocurrencies can do?
No, but I would
No,
love to know.
besides
I know I've asked you
Besides
that
payments.
before.
Before you
Like,
get into that,
what
one question.
tangible?
Okay.
Payment. Okay. Now, is it PayPal? Does it go on your bank in your bank account? Does it go on a Visa?
In or out?
debit card?
Here's what we do.
And out.
Okay, here's what we do.
How do you access and attain this payment?
There is different exchanges do it different ways. That's a fantastic question.
Yeah.
Different exchanges do it different ways. Some exchanges take 8 days.
At your choice. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, not your choice. At the exchange's choice.
Okay.
So whatever exchange you go with, you always want to be paying attention to how you can how you withdraw your crypto, because you have to change your crypto out to fiat. If you want to put money back in your pocket. So how you do that depends on the exchange. All exchanges are different. So you go to some of these exchanges, and yeah, you may not have to KYC, right? But what happens is to withdraw it's a headache. You have to wait 8 days. You can only withdraw 0.2 of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Do all
there's
exchanges have the same regulations?
it's
In
not
each
regulated.
country, though,
It's
even.
not regulated. The only ones that are regulated right now, as it stands, is the European Union and the United States.
But if you're using Bitcoin in Canada, or you're using Bitcoin in China,
I mean-
Coinbase is what I want to say.
Okay, we have a
Coinbase
different.
always treats you the same.
Coinbase has their own rules because of it being in the United States. The United States government have their own rules. So, for instance, also in the United States, you cannot buy an IDO or an IPO, which is I'll explain it. ICO or an IPO, and both those are what they are. Is the ICO is initial coin offering. So let's say I know a token's coming out. What they'll do before it hits public is they'll have investors who put in for this, and what they get is a really cheap price because they're buying the cryptocurrency before it's been publicly released.
And then when it's public, it's more expensive than it was before they.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things because they're giving the company or the crypto currency, the token creators, they're giving them money before it's actually hit public, before it's become any of value.
Yeah.
They're giving them money, so it's like pre-buying a stock, and they have it with stocks. Like it's the same thing, but within the United States, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have any type of involvement in ICO or until it hits IPO, which is initial public offering.
But they're a they're a financial powerhouse. Why isn't America?
Because they
doing
can't
this?
control it, and there's people making a lot of money off of it, and
Wild West.
like yeah, and
The government isn't like that.
you don't they can't tax it the same way.
That's why they don't like it.
That's what I was trying
Because
to
it's not a major gains major gains tax because you're not really gaining nothing because you're buying it before it's public.
Mm.
So before it's listed, you're investing in something that doesn't exist. So you don't have to pay taxes.
This can't be believed.
So
Okay,
yes,
I might
exactly.
pretend
Because
to-
they can't tax it, they don't want it to be happening.
They don't like it. Yeah.
So like
'Cause if they don't profit,
if they find out that you're involved in the ICO, what they'll do is they'll cancel your bank account. They'll cancel your bank. Like if let's say you make a bunch of money with the ICO and you try and withdraw it from wherever you have your money.
yeah,
Well, as soon as it hits, they'll be watching
because
it.
they want to tax that money.
And as soon as that hits a United States bank account, IRS, they take it. They'll relinquish you from any access to having that because of
Shit's
how you
frozen.
made it.
Yeah.
It's like having terrorist funded money, right? So it's really the laws and stipulations with the United States is that because they can't control it, they're really coming down on people really hard, which is unfortunate because like it's something fantastic.
So they can confiscate it, but they can't garnish.
No, yeah, they can't tax you on it, they'll take it.
But
Yeah,
that's
they
why
don't.
they're taking it.
Yeah,
Because they
because
cannot
can't,
tax
if
it.
they can't tax it, it's
If they can't make money, they don't.
Going
and,
back a
and,
little-
and how they explain for that is because it could be illegally obtained money. It could be
They don't know where the money's coming from. Yeah.
it could be laundered. You could be laundering
When
money.
you
That's
say
the word you're looking
gains,
for when you say
yeah.
the terrorism and laundering.
Yeah.
When you say
understood.
gains, I have grade 3 reading level. What do you mean by gains? I know that's a
Profit.
really basic term
Could
that I
you spell
hear
it,
all
sorry?
the time.
Gangs
But
or
like
gains?
gains.
Gain.
I hear that
Okay,
term
well,
used all the
if
time.
you
I
do your
don't know what
taxes,
it really means.
You have a capital gains tax, which means that if you make money off an investment of any sort, whether it be stock, crypto,
Okay.
lending somebody money, the capital gains tax, it's 50%.
So money you made off of an investment, is that would be the way to define a gain? Okay.
How-
However
look
you
at it
gain-
as insider
however you
trading.
gain money. However you gain money.
Okay.
If you gain money from
It's-
an inheritance, if you gain money
It is
from
so
an
simple,
inheritance,
but I've never
Do they look at
actually
it as
asked.
insider trading though? But could they look at it like that? Like you get information before somebody else does it,
That's
and you jump
Ah.
on it.
Well, okay, and
They
so
look at it
that's
as
why
insider
you
trading.
have to.
That's
It's
one of
getting
the reasons
taxed,
why.
I guess.
That's one of the reasons because it's not laundering money. It is insider trading.
Yeah, because you're getting information beforehand, and you're
And
jumping
you're
on
getting
it.
it really cheap.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're getting
on
it-
the basic terms note, then what's
Yeah.
a market maker?
I don't know, and I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's fine.
You have
can
our
keep some
faces on
secrets to
here.
yourself.
No, you have our faces on here. Don't even talk about it.
That's fine.
Bro, that's a stupid question. There's no market makers. Market maker, you can't manipulate the system. It's not possible.
Okay. Perfect.
So the KYC is not really a guide; it's more or less a tool. You don't have to use it, as
Yeah,
you said
definitely.
before, but
Definitely.
if you want to,
yeah.
it's more of it's an insurance.
If you want to go certain ways in certain places in the internet, you're gonna have to.
It's like
Yeah.
someone saying you
You
got
really
notebook
wanna
tests,
use
and you
dark
can
web.
use your textbook, or you can use your notes, but you know it's up to you. Use them
So
or don't
you
use
can go
them.
to certain bars without ID.
You
But-
know they're not gonna ID you, but you know
if you
there's
go to
still
that,
illegal
if you
drinking
go to that
age.
big bar that everybody's at,
Yeah.
you gotta have your ID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's just the risks.
Yeah,
in itself
I
as
mean,
well.
it's like-
If like I said, some exchanges get hacked, right? If you're messing
There's
with an
always
exchange
someone
that
trying
doesn't
to make
have
a black
KYC,
market.
if you're messing with an exchange that doesn't have KYC, you're hitting like 80% chance that it doesn't have that base security that or insurance or liability.
Validity, whatever.
You know,
Okay,
and
validation.
if you get hacked, they're gonna throw their hands up and be like, "Oh, sorry."
In any
yeah.
business,
You
there's
knew what you
people
were
trying
getting
to
into.
put regulations
Whereas
down,
a
and there's
company-
people
a
trying
company
to
like
make black
Coinbase,
markets.
A company like
Okay.
Coinbase, if they get hacked, they could get
From my
hacked for $40
understanding.
million, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, your stuff didn't get touched."
They say, don't worry about it, we got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's okay. Thank you very much.
It's basically, it's security in what you're
And
doing.
then
It's comfort level, what you're investing in.
Peace of
in
mind.
any
Peace of
type
mind, yeah.
of business,
100%. And I would tell anybody that is like, be careful if you're gonna leave. I'd never leave my money on an exchange. Like, there's Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, Kraken, Coinbase, Gemini. There's all these different exchanges. I wouldn't suggest anybody to leave their money on an exchange just because of you don't know where crypto's gonna be tomorrow.
well,
What if
that's
the
it's
American
such a
government
new
goes, if you're not
developing thing.
messing with Coinbase, we're gonna freeze your
That's
money.
it, yeah.
So that's where the
You
cold wallet kicks in.
That's
Cold
it.
wallet.
That's why I try and make
Yes.
the
Beautiful.
comparisons
Yes.
to like,
Beautiful.
Okay.
Glad
is
that you
this
picked
a
up on that.
bank? Is
At the
this
end of the
a...
day,
It's because with a
It's like-
cold wallet, nobody
all know what
can
our
touch
wallet is.
your money. Nobody can touch your crypto.
Yeah.
And there's hot wallets that are out there right now, like MetaMask, and there's hot wallets that are connected online. And I mean, the security on them is really great. I mean, they'll have like a 12 word key phrase. So it's like 12 words, and that's your password.
Okay, so
Right?
to
So
some
if you lose
extent,
that, you cannot get in. There's no recovery. There's no send. I lost.
So it's final.
There's no
you know
forgot
how on your
password.
bank you can go forgot password.
There's
Exactly.
none of that
if we
shit.
go back
So
to
it's
the
final.
before digital
Understood,
technology, okay, let's just say, and you know what a wallet is to you, what a dollar is to you. You have a safe and
You're
whatever.
talking about something different.
No, but I'm trying to make the comparison to like if cryptocurrency were to take over, how it will fulfill what each
Crypto's not
person
gonna take
is.
over. Government's
no.
not gonna let crypto take over. That's like and
I feel like if they were smart.
and game. No, the government, if they don't have control over something, they're not gonna let it just go.
Yeah. But
Why would they do that? The digital currency, if the governments accept that,
they'll
they're gonna
stop.
make
They'll
their
stop
own.
making money. They'll stop
They're
making
gonna
money
make their
if they
own.
accept this one how it's
they're
going now.
going to make their
Yeah.
own. It's not gonna be a public
Yeah.
ledger.
So essentially, the biggest thing, is this true? The biggest thing that you can do, you know what I mean? No, like, besides how much to invest or what to invest in, the biggest thing you can do, the advice you can give is do your research.
Yes, that's
Like, look it up before you do anything.
100%.
Look it up.
100%.
Do your research, right?
And take your profits.
Yeah.
If you make money, do not let it sit in somewhere.
Mm.
Always take profits.
But that's an
But
opinion.
don't
correct?
ever go in
'Cause I've
blind.
heard-
Don't
I've
ever
heard
go
the
in blind.
opposite. I've
Out
heard
of
the
every
opposite,
10
that's all.
people that walk down the street, though, would you suggest that all 10 of them be involved in cryptocurrency and that it's beneficial for them? And like, if so,
Okay.
why?
If they
Here's
do.
Well, that too
what it
is
is. Here's what it is.
well,
And that has not. What I'm trying to tell people is this: is that if you make a profit on something, don't leave it where you profited, because the market out there is so volatile that the only way you can be successful is by having things moving. Okay, Bitcoin has gone down in the last 5 years, 50%. Even though it's gone way up, it's also dropped 50% of itself.
Now, having said that, you said keep it moving. That doesn't necessarily mean you make a profit, you take the profit out. No. You
Yeah,
make
I'm
a
not saying
profit,
cash
move
out.
the
I'm
profit
not
around,
saying-
keep it
there you
going.
go. There you go. That's what I'm
I
saying.
see. You're not cashing out like in Vegas. You have a big win, you take your money, you
Money
go.
and leave.
In
No.
Vegas,
Or
you
you
probably
stay
should do
and
that
you
because
keep
if you
gambling.
stay
It's the
longer,
same
you're
sort
gonna
of
lose your money.
principle,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Obviously,
I'm
the
saying
gold
this.
was the
I'm
most
saying
valuable
that
thing to
if
have
you
at
buy,
the time,
if
and
you
then
buy,
the dollar was.
if you
so
buy a micro cap,
you
a
sold
micro
the
cap
gold for a dollar,
crypto,
right?
and if you buy it
That's
for
what I'm trying to
0.0004 cents,
relate. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
and then that thing goes up to 30 cents per token, and you have 14 million. Like, for instance, Dogecoin. There were people out there that spent $15 on Dogecoin, and they got 85 million Dogecoin.
Over
4
what
years ago.
stretch of
Hold
time?
on,
How long does that take?
Hold on. 4 years ago.
Sorry.
And they got it as a joke for $15. Well,
Just
right
because,
now,
yeah.
When Dogecoin hit 50 cents per Dogecoin, and they have 85 million.
At 0.004, whatever it is.
They
Yeah.
spent $15,
Mm.
and then all of a sudden that's worth 85 million.
Cash out.
Or
So you're
8.5 million. Let's not use big numbers. Let's say that they spent $15 and they
Even
spent
numbers.
8.5 million now.
Mm.
Okay? Well, I'm not saying take your cash and run with it.
No.
But what I'm saying is take that and invest in something that's more of a stable coin. Because what stable coins are Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. Things that are stable that aren't going anywhere.
And now you have the
Bitcoin's-
money to invest in it.
Bitcoin's been Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin fluctuates a lot,
Mm.
its still value is kept its whole. There's currencies or cryptocurrencies out there that go from being worth $500 a token to being worth 3 cents a token. You'll see things drop very volatility.
How quickly?
But then vice versa
In a-
as well.
quick-
in a
Can they
weird
drop?
way.
We're talking it. Here, the crypto's value is based on news. I'll say that. So
Okay.
you're not buying the crypto. You're buying the news. So like when the Chinese government said, "I'm not going to take cryptocurrency anymore," you're not allowed to use cryptocurrency in China.
So that's
Do
a
you know
whole
what happened to
market
the
dropping out.
Bitcoin?
It's a whole market
What?
dropping out now,
What was
right?
the value of
So you're buying the news. You're
Yes.
buying
World
the
events,
news.
natural disaster.
oil's a
Exactly.
resource
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we
Or-
value.
or same vice versa. All of a sudden
It
now
could go up.
a country starts PayPal accepts Bitcoin, is selling Bitcoin. What do you think happened?
Or now they
All of a sudden,
have
right.
Bitcoin ATMs in stores. I mean,
that's
stuff like
been there
that.
for a while, but now it's in every
Also,
store.
but something like that though. That will.
Now
Chain
every
that massive.
imagine this. Every store that you use your Interact in,
You have the option.
You can buy Bitcoin now too.
But that doesn't.
listen,
that makes it go up.
I want
right?
to explain something, and everybody should know this. Bitcoin will never be something that you buy a coffee with. Do you know why?
No.
The cost of transactions. Because you have 20 miners that are
'Cause
all
there's a
wanting their
blockchain.
hand up, it's going to cost you $10 per transaction. So you're going
Oh,
to pay.
shit, yeah.
You're going to pay for $1.50 coffee. You're going to pay, or Ethereum. It's going to cost you $150 right now if I send $1.50.
Other
on
than
Ethereum. And now
profiting-
remember, Ethereum has 50,000 different tokens on the blockchain.
Mm.
Other than
NFTs. You could buy a $3 NFT, but it's going to cost you $150 in gas fee.
What if you don't have a choice? What if you're stranded?
don't
You're
have
a
a choice.
motorist.
You
and
don't have a
need
choice.
gas.
You
Then
don't
you,
have a
then you
choice.
gotta pay it.
You
You
don't
gotta
have a
pay.
choice. Your crypto sits there.
Other
There's
than
a lot of people out there with that same thing happening. Yep.
obviously,
And
you-
that's why the whales push around. Stop. Please, let me explain this. The whales push around the market.
Mm.
Because if you can keep the gas fees up, you keep the tokens from
I have one
moving.
more question.
Except
After
the
this.
only people that are moving these tokens around are people that can afford it.
Hmm.
You're talking. There's sometimes the gas fees are so high that it costs you $3,000 to move anything anywhere. You move $3, it costs you $3,000. Now you can't move. Now let's say there's an opportunity for you to make a whole lot of money, but you don't got $3,000 for gas fees. Let's say you got the token already. I've got a token that's 5,000x. I don't got the money to pay the $3,000 gas fee.
Gas fee. Yeah.
I
Take
could make
back my question.
$100,000 right
Take
now
back
If you had that money.
if
to
I
pay.
had $3,000 to pay the gas fee, but I don't.
That was helpful.
other
That's
than,
why the whales manipulate the market. Yeah, it's not market makers, it's the whales. Because you know what? If you keep the gas fees up, who's making money? The guys that can pay $3,000.
Yeah.
So other than the potential,
That's
because
priority.
quite obviously you're the most experienced
That's a
trader and you do it for a reason, so you make some kind of you get some kind of benefit out of it. Let's say. Other
What are
than
you talking about?
I want to say you're the most
Not me.
experienced.
No.
Okay, hypothetically,
Okay,
What-
what are you talking about in general?
what I want to
Like,
ask is, other than making a profit off of being involved in cryptocurrency, why else do you think it's a beneficial thing, like to have exist in society in general?
It's relevant to society.
Like, do you have an interest or an appreciation for it for any reason other than?
I don't want to.
And not
listen,
demeaning
listen,
that.
listen. Okay, you're gonna ask me a question. Then let me fucking answer it. Okay, thanks. Do you like the fees that you guys are paying at the bank?
Not
Do you
necessarily.
think
I don't
that
feel it's fair
do you
to
think-
spend
do you
money
think
to
the
have to
bank-
take our own money
Do you
out.
think the banks making the money that they do are doing the service that they do for you?
No,
No.
we shouldn't have to pay money to get our own money out.
Some.
Like
That's,
what?
Okay, do you guys think having your money in the bank, people that have like these RSPs,
RSPs, so yeah.
and they have their fucking what's it called? Their
Pensions.
not only pensions, what are they called? The fucking
Savings account.
No.
GSEs, RSPs,
Bonds,
stocks,
bonds. Okay,
Bonds,
bonds.
yeah.
Bonds. Okay. Do you guys know? Okay, let's say you have a savings account. Do you know how much interest that you guys make off of your
Fuck
savings account?
off.
Yeah. No, but not a lot. But the
Okay,
Not
let's say I
enough.
have let's say I
Not
have
enough,
$2
not
million.
enough.
Let's say I have $10 million.
you're making interest off that. That's not bad.
Do you know the
not-
interest that you're making?
No, I don't. But I'm saying, but you're
And a savings
You're
account
making-
compared to
you're making
other places
You're
it can
making
be saved.
0.2% interest on a saving on a high
Oh,
high rate tax free
Yeah.
savings account, and you can only have a certain amount. So
Mhm.
you can't have
Hypothetically, you
10
have no risk.
Yeah.
It would be
Okay,
the
do
benefit.
you know
Hypothetically.
do you know why the banks? Okay, do you think the banks make money off holding your money? Do you think they use your money to make money? Is that what you guys think?
I think they make money when, let's say,
I think they do.
They must. They
When we
must be
wanna
doing
fuck
something.
this
Here's the
bank.
question. Here's the question. How do the banks make money? By holding your money and using your money to invest in other
How
things?
else would
Or
they
where
pay
we
their
wanna spend it.
employees?
Okay,
is-
let me tell you this.
when we want
put
to
it
spend it.
The
simply-
money
I feel.
that the banks get is from the government. And the money that the bank's government is dependent on how much they hold. They can't touch your money. Your money's never invested. Your
So
money
based on
never
how
moves.
much
Your
money they have as a
never
whole
moves.
in the bank, that's how much money they make.
The bank holds is the amount that the government gives them.
Well, that's why they
And do you know
advertise
what
and
they
want
do
you
you
in
know
their
what they
bank
have?
so
Do you
bad.
know what they have? They pay 0% interest on the money that they give out. So depending on how much money that they hold is how much money that they get.
Mhm.
And they get it at 0% interest from the government.
And
That
that's
means
why they offer
can
you,
give
hey
it
man,
out
$300
to
bucks
us
to
on
switch your checking
credit.
account
That's
to this
20%
bank.
interest.
That's okay. That's the money that they invest. They don't touch your money.
Yeah.
They get money depending on how much money that they hold. Well, here's what it is with cryptocurrency and digital currency as a whole.
Mhm.
Is I don't like them making that sort of money off of my money, which I'm not making the money from. I'm not making the money that the banks are making. I'm not getting a 0% interest rate.
But
if you
you're
go
not
take out a
losing
mortgage
either.
right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
paying 27% interest rate on a mortgage that they're lending you the money. They're getting that money for nothing. They're getting the money that they lend you for nothing.
So everything,
So
all that
everything
all
is 100% profit.
100%
100%
profit.
profit.
Yes.
These-
They have
these
0%
banks are
interest that they
centralized.
So they're
set
crooks.
us
Banks are
up at
centralized.
19.99.
They're not only crooks, they're owned by the government.
So they're crooks though.
Why are they getting 0% interest rate? Why? Because they're owned by the people that are making.
Yeah, but if
So
you're not
essentially
losing
what they
a
are is
dime,
tools. They're
Why
tools.
why would
What do
you
you mean
concern
not
yourself?
losing
I
a
mean,
dime?
if their
Tools of
bank is
control.
making money off
They're
of your money
tools.
that's sitting,
To control.
you're not
Tools
losing
of the government.
anything.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's still
losing
gonna
anything,
sit.
but you're not gaining
Yeah.
anything.
It's-
I can go and buy cryptocurrency. I can stake that cryptocurrency and make over 20% interest rate.
That's what I was looking for.
Mm.
They're like,
So the
Just
question
letting the
is,
money sit there.
the question
Because
is,
Not
That's what I
investing it.
like.
I'm not investing it.
to make it simple.
I'm putting it and staking that cryptocurrency
Yeah.
and allowing that the crypto to use my money.
so ultimately,
And I mean-
don't use banks. Store your money in banks. Store your money in crypto.
Yep.
At least they use
Exactly.
their money to
And
make
as long
money.
as long
They're
as
not,
now,
the
But I have
banks
to-
aren't even
now
using
when you
your
go
money.
with the stability,
Yeah, but
when you
They're
go with
just taking
stability,
your money and
right?
getting it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna get 20%. You're gonna get a 20% interest return on a stable fucking crypto.
Mhm.
Now, if you go a little bit riskier, you can go higher interest rate. There are people out there making 100, 150, 1,000%.
That's incredible.
AYP.
Risky, but
But they'd also be
incredible.
losing that in the same breath, right?
No, I mean,
it could be
they
vice
could,
versa.
They could,
Yeah.
they could. But the way things are taking off right now, those ones, like, I start getting risky off 10,000 AYP, which is annual yearly profit,
Okay.
right? So when you start hitting 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, you know, you're hitting a high risk.
Yeah.
But 20%, 50%, 100%, 150%. These are like stable coins. This is USDT, which is Tether,
High reward.
which is based, it's based on the US dollar. So it's a dollar's gonna be a dollar. It's gonna be a dollar. So, and USDT right now has $40 billion in market cap, which means like the volume out there right now, right?
How does that benefit me?
By you staking
Well,
money.
the more
It's
volume-
the same thing you're doing with investing at the bank. You're keeping your money there at the bank. You have access to it all the time.
Okay.
You're making
People will ask.
you're making 50%. You're making 100%.
Yeah.
Well, no, is the
AYP is like that.
he
That
said
means
invest more.
that
at the
means-
beginning.
not even
Right.
No, but I
the
said,
same thing
I
you're
asked
doing
him
at
what
the
advice
bank.
he would give yourself.
And now what you have is you have these crow cards, which is crypto.com, right? You have
Oh, what's her crow card?
a crow card, and it's the exact same. Crypto.com has and I'm not boasting about, and I'm not marketing, I'm not sponsored by these
This
people.
is not financial advice.
I am. Look at my shirt now.
But what happens is that these are bank cards. They're bank cards. You can use them. They're sponsored by Visa. Visa's involved with crypto. MasterCard's involved with crypto.
When would you say that started? Sorry,
Within the last
those
year.
relationships.
Within the last year. Within the last 12 to 18 months. It hasn't been that long. But that's why people don't have time to sit and wait for the investments. You know what I mean? You're going to get it where the banks don't exist anymore.
That's not a good thing.
No, not a good thing at all. Because if you're sleeping on this, your money's going to be sitting in the bank. And if you don't know about this,
Banks closed. Boom. Bye.
you're going to be the same way. You're going to be walking somewhere.
It's just like, what would the
Look
dollar
at Greece.
piece
Look
of
at
paper
Greece.
really mean
Look
if
at
the
Greece.
dollar's
There was a
gone?
bunch of people that went to the bank machine and couldn't take out their money.
Couldn't take out their money. Where's
They-
my
they
money?
could-
This is why I
Because they
say
didn't have it no
COVID
more?
had
You
such
had
a...
lineups of
Because they
people.
didn't have it no more.
The banks don't have it. The banks
COVID
don't
had
have
an
your money.
impact.
The banks don't have your money. The banks are only required to hold 20% of the money that they actually are said to have. Like they only have to have that cash. Or
And
that,
we've
that as
never,
an
we've never
equity.
experienced
as an
that go
equity.
south.
That as
right?
an equity. So that means that if 20% of the people went to the bank and went, I want to dump my account, pull up my account, that bank's gonna go out of business.
20% less money.
As soon as it hits 20%, the bank is out of business. Doesn't have no more.
Yeah, but the term should be the bank can't give you your money, not that they don't
Hypothetically,
have it.
yeah, the term should be.
But I'm saying, but the thing is, we've
No,
never
but
had
it
that.
can't-
We've
it can't-
never had that
the
happen
bank-
to us.
And the banks never
I don't
say.
either.
The
They've
banks don't
never
want
had
you to know these things because they're centralized. Centralized banking. Like that's why with crypto you have DeFi. And DeFi is the exact opposite of a bank. It's decentralized financing. So it's made for the people by the people.
Tell me all about it. Please.
It's
Oh,
what
I remember
Ethereum
this.
is.
I
It's
remember-
staking.
I remember
It's
this
staking.
one. I remember this
It's
one.
staking. It's
When I was
it-
saying censored, I meant centralized.
it's everything's open. It's open. It's public record, public knowledge. So when you invest, now mind you, the more people that get in on it, the lower the rates go. So I'm not gonna sit here and show some things that I'm investing in because like hey, the more people that are jumping in on it, you know, the less money I make. I have to share it more.
Unless you like or follow and subscribe.
Yeah.
Then you'll get some. Yeah.
Join my Discord, subscribe,
Hey,
and
hey.
all my donators. No, I'm just kidding. But what happens is that cheers guys. And you know what? I hope that there's people out here really taking in this, and at least you know what? Take 2% of your fucking of your total savings, or take 2% of your portfolio, and I mean instead of putting it into that GIC or that bond, take it out and put it into crypto. Because I'll tell you this. There was a large time that I sat and told people when it was $2,000, when it was $5,000, and I told them, you know what? Buy Bitcoin now.
I'm one of them.
Buy
I'm
Bitcoin
one
now.
of them.
And you know what? If
Fear
they
of
bought
God.
Bitcoin
He did it
at
to me too.
5,000, you look at Bitcoin's worth 67. It's gonna hit 70 by the end, but it could be 70 right now while we're doing this.
He
This
told me.
conversation-
He told me to do it too, and I did. And
And
it
This
Don't
opened.
conversation
imagine.
hit a point where what would you do tomorrow if the bank was just closed? So like, if you watch this video long enough to get to this point to hear that and can recognize and acknowledge the fear of what would you do if the bank was closed tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is
How would
2%
you feel?
of your money?
How would you feel? Because all three of these people
Yeah.
right here all
Yeah.
feel it.
Don't let
That they
hindsight.
could have bought Bitcoin when it was $2,000.
Don't let hindsight be 2020. Don't let
I
hindsight.
felt-
And
be
don't get it
something-
twisted.
Don't
Don't
let
get it
it.
twisted. Don't think that I was a big resource spender and I didn't have the resources to buy Bitcoins fully out
Yeah.
at $2,000.
So I was gonna
But
say,
Since then I've been doing everything I could to dollar cost average into Bitcoin.
Don't
So,
let
I mean,
regret take your life
and
over.
Miss-
I've never
Yeah.
once been able to buy a Bitcoin, a full one, but I bought bits, pieces,
Yeah.
pieces, and that's
No
what I
pun
suggest to anything.
so Mr. No Experience, what is the least amount of money you've spent to give you the greatest profit?
I'm
Give
not-
us at least an example of, even if it's not your biggest. Because
If
really,
you're not
that
gonna
is.
subscribe now,
that is-
subscribe
yeah,
now.
but-
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
Intel.
Listen, you owe me $5 if he answers this question.
I feel like you should answer.
Yeah, I feel like that's awfully personal,
I
but
feel like
Okay,
you shouldn't
it's a
answer.
question
An,
that-
I don't
an
like talking
example.
about my portfolio. I really don't.
Okay, an
I don't like
example of the potential profits that you can make in
There is
a trade.
okay, hold on. If 18 months ago, if you were to use Uniswap, and which is a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange, so if you were to buy a token, if you were to spend $10 on this decentralized exchange, and Uniswap's one of the biggest ones out there. So if you want to buy, and if let's say I want to buy an Ethereum blockchain crypto, you're gonna have to go through Uniswap. So if you were to use Uniswap, you got 400 Uniswap tokens airdrop to you. However
What
many.
the fuck is an airdrop?
what's an airdrop?
Airdrop is what you
A
just
gift.
Pause.
when it was on
Sorry.
your phone.
Okay.
It
It's a
was-
gift.
Good enough for now. Continue
It's
your
a gift.
point.
It's a gift. It's given to everybody that's like if you meet a regiment. Like let's say, for instance, I use so I'm on that blockchain.
Random donation.
So I'm on that blockchain. So everybody that has that wallet address that
Incentive.
used it
Okay.
during this certain time, they were all given these tokens.
So it's anticipated.
It's
It's
an
not a
incentive.
surprise.
Yeah.
No,
Incentive.
no, but the tokens weren't worth nothing at the time.
Was an
Right?
incentive.
They were
Here
made.
you go.
They were made.
Ah.
They made 50 million of these Uniswap tokens, and they gave them out to everybody, right?
Mhm.
And there was a lot of people that just cashed right out because they were worth like
Why
if you
not?
sold them right at the time, I think you made like $2,000,
Yeah.
right? You made $2,000 if you just use that token or use that exchange.
Which was $10, like you said earlier.
Or it was cheaper than that. You could spend $10 and then you could have a failed transaction. So you tried to use it, like you tried to exchange, and it was like this. No, you don't have enough. You don't have enough gas to pay.
So now you keep it, and then it ends up
So
making you a lot
even
of
though
money.
you tried to use it, you still got those 400 tokens. And if you
Oh.
sold those 400 tokens, at the time you got them, it's like 2,000 there.
As long as you have the gas.
No, you didn't even have to.
No, it's all the real broke homies
No, it's a
out there
gift.
trying to make
no,
a buck,
No,
looking for
okay,
a lick.
here's what happened with Uniswap is they're making so much fucking money that if they have this money at the end of the year, you know what happens? They become a securities company and they have to pay like a bank. They have to register a bank. They're holding on to so much money of people's that they have to become a bank. So how do you get rid of that? How do you not become a
I
bank?
don't know. I printed my name on
How do you
my
not become a
license.
bank?
Fuck.
What you do is you make you create a whole bunch of tokens, you put a whole bunch of money into the liquidity,
Give him
and you give them away.
Damn it.
Right?
If
But
only
here's
I
what
knew
happens.
how to
Here's
curse
what
it.
happens. Here's what happens. Those tokens that were like worth fucking 3 cents or 5 cents. Yo, if you held on to those 400 tokens right now, you would have.
You'd
I
have
think
one of
it's
those
like
pretty
1.6 million dollars.
Yeah,
With a swirl in your name and shit.
$1.6 million.
A lot of it is risk and faith and
Hey, I got those tokens. I sold them right away. I'll tell you that. There's my biggest profit. You want to know my biggest profit? I got $2,000 from Uniswap for free.
for free.
I didn't pay for it. Some people had 18 accounts that they used Uniswap with.
That's what I'm saying, but
So
like
you
that,
got
I mean,
$2,000 times 18,
Yeah.
36,000. Okay.
I would go and do the work, sign up and fail a million
No, but I'm saying
transactions, and maybe you'll get an airdrop.
This is
God forbid you're at your lowest.
this is what cryptocurrency is.
So it is, in fact, a gamble. It is gambling.
It's
to a
not
Is
gambling,
point.
is
because there was
poker
no risk.
gambling?
You used it.
you didn't spend no money.
Is
You
poker
used it or
gambling the
didn't
same
use it.
way
You
a
both
slot
have good
machine
points.
is?
Nobody knew that this was coming.
Both are
You
gambling,
didn't
but
know.
there's
there was no
a
warning.
level
When
of
the
skill
airdrop happened,
involved.
when the airdrops happen, they happen because people support that place, that thing.
But
That's
there's no
why
gamble
they're
'cause you
like
didn't spend no money.
all the people that supported us, all you guys made us all this money. Here, we're gonna give it back to you guys.
You
So
can
that the
learn how to
government
count
can't call them a
cards,
bank.
and you can be really
The
good at
government
bluffing,
can't
That's
call them a
clever.
bank.
and
The
that
government can't call them a bank.
makes you better.
Why? Because
at,
you gave it back to
it's
your
not-
users.
it's not-
You gave it back to your.
it's not
the
a
people,
You know what that
the
is?
people
That's
that
a-
supported you,
it's
that
not a
made you
slot
all this
machine
money.
anymore.
It's a loophole.
It's
and
a
you
loophole.
can
On there,
bluff
it's a
and you
loophole.
can count
yes,
cards.
yes.
It's loophole.
It's not a slot
Lots of-
machine anymore.
There's
But
so
there's
many.
still
But
some
you
luck
can't call
involved.
it. You can't call that free shit a
Man,
gamble
when we get
because
off
you
the
didn't
stream,
pay
I'm gonna
nothing
show
for
you a
it.
couple airdrops that I've got just recently that are fucking
How often does
I
it
can-
happen?
all the time.
You
Wait,
can't,
he
you
says
can't call
you're
that
telling
a
me,
gamble.
You're telling me that there's
Is-
more money coming in crypto all the time, every day. Now you hear this fucking cabbies talk about it. Now I tell people, listen,
Well, everybody wants to
if
gamble.
you got big money right now, if you got big money, get rid of it.
Get rid of it?
Because if you're holding something and you've got this much profit and you're just waiting to get more profit, eventually everything's a bubble. It's gonna pop. I told you, Bitcoin went down 50% in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? Get rid of it. Take your profits. That's what comes in. Take your
Yeah.
fucking profits.
I'll stop
Everybody.
asking silly questions.
No,
and
it's
just
not
learn.
silly, no.
There's no silly,
I wanna
there's
say,
no silly
no,
questions. There's
everything
silly
in life
answers.
is a bit of a
It's
gamble.
based on what I asked
Everything
earlier. I
in
said,
life
if
is
you
a bit of
give-
a gamble.
Here's what
If
it
you
is.
give advice based on what you
Here's
now
what
and
it
you
is.
before, he said,
Eventually,
invest more.
it's gonna come
and
down.
No,
we talked
yo,
about
but do your
FOMO.
research,
Somebody said
too.
you said FOMO.
You said FOMO, but I knew what it
Listen,
meant. Yeah.
listen, fear of missing out. Listen, everything's going up. But eventually, for me to sell any type of crypto, there has to be somebody to buy it. For you to buy it, there has to be somebody to sell it. So how much are you willing to do? Right? So eventually, there's going to be a whole bunch of people selling stuff.
And that comes down to also regret.
Not
You don't want to sit there and
It's not
regret
regret.
not doing it.
Right? Like the
Dude,
NFTs.
look where we're
there's
sitting,
people out there-
halfway.
There's people out there paying.
Feeling like we should have done more because we have him.
$6 million for an NFT.
100%.
You think that's
You
gonna
think
last?
it's gonna get better? You think it's gonna get worse?
That's not gonna last. Now you're holding on to something. You're holding on. Ah, you
Well-
fucked up the camera. You made we're in the stream. No, I'm joking. Fuck this. They can listen to us. But I'm telling you, NFTs are the next big thing. The NFTs that people spent $6 million on.
And they're trying to do a
Imagine
computer
those
thing.
people that spent $6 million on an NFT and they can't sell it.
FOMO, mofo.
Yep, fear of missing out. They all buy
Leave
it
it,
for
just leave
$6
it.
million.
FOMO, mofo.
But there's
That-
guys like me that listen. I'm gonna sell it. Listen. I bought it for
She's
cheap.
good. Thank you guys. Sorry.
I bought it for cheap. I'm gonna sell it. Don't wait to sell it.
What's the timeline? Right away? Tomorrow? Next week?
Man,
When
if
do you
you're
bluff?
making
Gonna
profit,
fuck-
I wouldn't hesitate.
When do you bluff?
I wouldn't hesitate, but also
Ah.
I wouldn't want to be the guy that sold Jay-Z fucking NFT for 18,000.
Okay, so like when everybody compares
Right.
cryptocurrencies
Hold on,
to
Speaking of timeline, yo, is there something? Is it
I'll
like,
be
yo,
right back. You guys
some
keep
music on,
talking.
take a
Keep
5
talking.
minute, take a
Yeah,
5 minute
just-
break.
Yeah.
Say like a little out, take a pee and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's why I feel like when people compare cryptocurrency to gambling, to some extent, like everything in life has a risk, especially in business and with investments. So you can't take the risk completely out of life. So like you can go gambling, you
Whole
can go to
life's
the
a risk.
casino, you can pull in a slot machine, or you can go play poker. In my personal opinion, there you can count cards, you can bluff. Those are skills involved in helping your chances
Yeah.
win in a poker game that you cannot
Yes.
apply to a slot machine.
So all I'm looking at is an
Okay,
advantage.
so if you
It's
do
an
your
advantage.
research, yeah, there's still a level of risk involved. He always says it's
There's no
really
way you
volatile
can't
market.
risk, you can't get something without risking
Everything-
something.
That's true.
Everything has risk. But if you go and do your research, you
Advantages
get really
and
good at
securities.
counting
is what I
cards
would
and
consider.
bluffing, then no, it's not just a gambling game.
The
Well,
only
it's a
thing I'm gonna
gambling
say-
game once the government
There's
decides
still
it's
risk.
Bitcoin and no longer
I'm gonna
currency.
say-
Yes.
I was outside, and you know what? That's what it is. It's because somebody can come and regulate.
Once
something.
they decide it's
Somebody-
That's what I
Bitcoin,
was
then it's no
saying.
longer a risk.
That's why I brought up the
It's your-
centralized
Or
and
like
not
I said,
centralized
here,
and why
here's what I said.
would.
Here's what I said. You trade the news. Can you control the news?
Okay,
That's
so
where
like
it is. That's where she can say whatever she wants, but you're never gonna be able to control the news. The people that control the news.
That's
the
no
value-
longer a
the
risk. That's
value
fate.
the value of oil changes all the time, right? Sometimes it changes just because of a natural disaster.
nobody can control that. It's nobody's fault.
Yeah,
No, the government can say there's a natural disaster
Iraq.
sometimes,
What do
just for shits and
What do you mean?
gigs.
Iraq, they started burning oil.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
That's
fine.
what. No,
Oil had the value where it was worth more to buy the drum
Then the
Yeah.
actual, yes.
than the actual.
That's what
hey,
it-
come on, guys, come on. That's why I tell you.
So at least
Take
we
your
can take
profits while you
government's
can.
control
Yeah.
out.
Take your profits while you can. There's the
I feel like
you're
that's what it
you're in
does.
an industry right now where you can make big, huge profits.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted for 1 second.
You can also lose.
I
Yeah.
see people lose their whole 401k. I see people because they see the opportunity.
So like
They
watch
see a guy
7
like me,
more
they see a
videos.
guy
This
like
is
me
not
make a lot of
financial
money.
advice.
They see
Yeah.
a guy like me make a lot of money, so they go in and they
We
go
have no
all
idea
in.
what we're
They go all
doing.
in.
This is not
They go
financial
all in.
advice. Do
Listen,
your
this
research.
is why people like me make money because you know what? When you
What are
when
you
you
talking
see
about?
when you see Bitcoin, right?
We're fucking about to.
Okay,
declare
quiet,
bankruptcy.
quiet. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. We are not doing nothing because I'm not affiliated with you at all. I'm not on the
Okay.
books with you. So don't never say that. We.
Alright.
Okay? No, I want to say this. That if I'm buying, someone else is selling. If I'm selling, someone else is buying. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me to sell at $80,000, $100,000 for a Bitcoin, that means someone bought $100,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now, you don't think for 1 second when
Nah.
it drops,
Sexy.
listen, you gotta have diamond hands to buy a Bitcoin for 80,000 and watch it go to 40. Right?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
happens? You know what happens? People sell it at 60 because
They
they
can't.
already lost $20,000.
So,
So they
yeah.
pan.
How you lose $20,000? No, you don't want to lose another 20,000. You don't want to wait till it goes down to 40 and go, oh my god, because that's what could happen. Bitcoin could go down to $10,000 right now. It could happen. It's been proven that it will. It could.
It can happen.
I'm not gonna say it will, but it is. Yo, I wait for that. I dream of that every night. Like, oh my god, it could go down to $10,000. But you know how many people that bought in at 45, 50, 60, 65,000, 67,000 right now. There's a whole bunch of people that
Waiting
are
for the
Michael
same
Saylor, Elon Musk. These
Waiting for
people
the same
bought.
thing.
They bought in. Right now, there's people buying Bitcoin, $67,000 right now. Right now. Wait for it. And again. Right now, you're buying. There's people buying all over the world. So when it goes down to 10,000, what's gonna happen? A lot of people lost a lot of money, right? Like always remember that. That's why I tell
Yeah.
people take your profits.
Yeah.
You know, don't do your own research. You
Yeah.
said it.
That's
Do
it.
your own
Yeah.
research.
Big
Do
thing.
your own research and fucking don't never think for 1 second that can't happen. The reason why people are making big amounts of money is because it's volatile and it's risky business. If you don't know what you're doing, there's a lot of people out there buying it at 60, goes down to 42, and they're selling it.
In your
People
opinion,
people like me are buying that 42
In
and
your
selling
opinion.
that at 60.
Yeah.
What do you?
5 do's and don'ts.
Ah.
I don't have 5 Ds.
And you.
Sorry, there's no
Go-
financial advice.
Can we take like a 5-minute thing so
Yeah,
to
yeah.
come back in here?
For sure.
Take a little
Gang
5-minute
shit,
break.
nigga. Burp.
Bye, yo.
This is
We're
called
coming
the-
back.
it's
Don't
the
worry.
Fake Drink Podcast. All right?
Yo, do your own
okay.
research. This is Beauty and Blockchain. I'm obviously not the beauty, so shut the hell up and fucking thumbs up, bitch.
Or thumbs down.
No,
At least
thumbs
rec-
up.
saying you
recognize
don't
That was
care.
a good first stretch.
At least show us that
Recognize
you
it.
watched.
Yo,
And that's
my
it.
word.
That's
At least leave a comment and say you're a dick,
it. Yeah.
blonde haired geek,
From the back.
geek,
From the-
and say your girlfriend's
Who's
hot
that?
as shit. She's got a fat head.
Yes, I do.
All right, guys,
Thought
it's
we
been
had
great.
rings
No,
on
let's
it,
do it.
but-
That's cool, though, man.
That wasn't bad.
That was cool.
Oh, that was good. That was good, guys. That was good.
You know, you realize how like we all just turn professional real quick. Yeah,
You
we,
gotta
right,
ask the dumb
right now we
questions
talk
too,
about
man, 'cause
before we
you're-
talking about Sarah McLachlan and her pussy.
That's
and
true.
shit.
We were.
And
they're
now
like, well.
No,
fuck
this
you,
is
damn
what-
not.
Okay,
No,
hold
this
on.
is
I'm
why
trying to turn it off,
everybody-
guys. I'm trying to turn it off. Just
That's
give me a
also
second.
why everybody really earned their spot on the team, eh? You can turn it on and off.